Hello, Internet.
Go.
Are we on the internet?
Yes.
No. Brian W. Foster continues to make things worse for Critical Role for some reason.
I know. Even though he's no longer with us.
Yeah, so
he
what's the most
Anyway,
recent thing?
Don't worry about it.
I
It's
missed
fine.
it.
To be
I-
fair, he just loves his friends so much, but
That he puts his foot in his mouth.
sometimes he should just don't.
Don't, bro.
Should just know.
Anyway, we're not here for commentary.
Yeah, we're not here for commentary. We're not here for anything. We're here for Korg Clone Voice and Captain Nathaniel Petri Dish.
Yeah.
What?
Petri dish.
Fuck yeah, this is what we like to see.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Alright.
And
you should read,
Representative Solar or something.
Read
Yeah,
Rick's journal.
You should read Rick's journal. It's really
so
good.
fucking good.
It is so good.
It's hilarious, yeah.
It's
You
on
had
journal entries on
You had to read
Discord.
20 pages of that.
Alright, well, I'll be back when I'm done.
I did. Okay. Miss you already. Anywho, picking up where we left off. Oh, there's no music playing. 1 second. Gotta get into the spirit of things here. Okay. Picking up where we left off last session, you guys were tasked by Devlin and Shariza's good pal, Quinlan Voss, with Himbo. QAnon. You were tasked with infiltrating a Black Sun warehouse here in Coruscant, in the cloud-pierced district, just kind of on the border of Cocoa Town, as some people like to call it. You're tasked with infiltrating it for the RSF and figuring out some information, downloading some information from their servers to hand over to the RSF, which is the Republic Security Force. It's the cops, basically. The information you're supposed to download were the ship transponders, the ship ID, and the hyperspace lanes that they were using, so they could tie up the entirety of their business in a nice little bow and just cut it all off. You made your way to this warehouse, split up into 2 teams. One team walked right into the door with a crate of spice, and the other team dropped in on the roof. They made their way through the ventilation system into the server room and began to try and gather this data, while the other team rubbed elbows and smooth-talked with the leader of this contingent of Black Suns, an Iktachi alien named Mimir, who was incredibly distrusting, and despite his best efforts, you guys, and by you guys I do mean Nate, kept your cool, and were able to kind of circumvent all his suspicions.
Are you saying he wasn't convinced by Spice Master?
I mean,
And
I
by
would.
Feline Jen? Come
That-
on.
And Feline Jane?
Come
Okay.
on.
When I tell you that listening to that VOD had you, like, pissing my pants.
That's really good. That's really good.
God, it
Was
was
a good one.
great.
It was real good. Anywho. Eventually, the data was downloaded. You guys managed to obfuscate yourselves well enough in the server room to not be captured outright, but your escape, the fiber cord that you were using, had been torn down, so you had to make a different escape. Lucky, with the procured vehicle from Chopper, picked up the other group who were told that they can leave. They were good. They delivered the spice and managed to not get captured or alert suspicion in the process, which still astounds me. But here we are. And the other team managed to escape a shootout happened at the end as Union tore away on Daedalus and the airspeeder car, or van, really, driven by Lucky, piloted by Lucky, made its way back to Chopper's. A mission successful. You delivered the information, learned what was on the data disk. Zolara contacted Padme, because Lane wasn't here, so I just made a decision. And you guys went back to Zolara's apartment, which I also made that decision, where Nate cooked a good boy country fried dinner.
He's the
7-Eleven
perfect
dinner.
husband.
Male
Galaxy,
wife material.
what?
Male wife.
Galaxy, he's the perfect husband. You hear that?
It might be a shattered galaxy, but you know what it won't be with Nate? A shattered marriage.
Hell no.
Wow. Wow. Get players inspiration for that, Tim.
I think
that
Lane
was
already
good.
gave me one. Actually.
Yeah,
I
no,
did.
you
I
can
gave him
stack
one
it.
the
We
other
can
day.
stack it. You can stack our players' inspirations. So.
Nah, that's not fair.
Okay, wait. Hold on. Question
It's
about inspiration. So, in the pre-game lead-up, when we were doing all the jokes, we were able to stack those inspirations.
Yeah.
Is this going to be a continuous thing where we can just stack our inspiration?
Yeah, fuck it, it's fun. Why not?
Let's go!
I love this fucking man.
So
It's
you
led
also
more-
can stack our players' inspiration. Go for
It's
it.
led to more fun than anything, so why not?
Exactly.
Yeah, it's
dog.
all about having fun. It's all good.
And we always use it for stupid shit. So you're
Yeah,
True.
we should use it when we should.
Yeah, especially now that we have hordes, I'm like, I'm gonna use an inspiration to cook a perfect dinner. Like, what the fuck?
yes.
I used
Yes.
an inspiration on junk. I
Yeah.
So, because I do want to give Lane and Zolara a chance to roleplay with the gang in her apartment, that is what we'll pick up. We're just going to pick up, kind of rewinding the clock a bit, like right as you guys are getting ready to settle down and go to sleep for the evening. So, take it away, whatever you guys wish to do. I would say you guys are cleaning. Yeah, you're cleaning up after
Yeah.
after the dinner.
Like, while people are, like, cleaning, Zolara's kind of, like, hovering. She's like, there's not normally dishes.
I got paper plate.
They're paper plates.
Should I just get Sarah to do this?
We're just blind. Don't worry.
I don't know. Did you see the part where Tim was like, "You have one glass and it's a white glass"?
Okay, yeah. Okay. I did make an amendment. I don't know if you saw it in the
Freak
chat.
retractions on air. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so
They have the what you just say that they have they would never use. They have,
okay, yeah. I like Tim's vibe. There's definitely so like everything in the kitchen is like that top of the line, bought it at Williams Sonoma, like stuff.
Barely used.
Clearly never been used. Some still have price tags on them. It's like she told her PA, just finish it, whatever. And it was done so clearly so much money spent. People, cookware chefs would kill for. It doesn't matter. One of the smaller rooms has been converted into like a literal like mini bar wine cellar, and that is stocked
that's heavily used.
to a T.
Yes.
No other groceries except for like maybe some like protein bars or something.
Yes.
God.
She's
But, like,
got a
the super
cabinet
bougie-
full of Cliff
The
Bars.
super bougie like expensive kind.
Yeah.
Cabinet for
Yeah.
the
We're like-
whey
They're
protein.
for,
not
like-
Kellogg's.
For
They're
like
not
workout
Kellogg's.
ladies.
Yeah.
They're the top of the line.
The kind
The
nature
little
bars for like
bars.
$7 for like 2 of them.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So that would be the kind of
Workout ladies.
extent of her kitchen. Everyone's gonna. Yeah, I could probably get a droid to do the cleanup if you're. Oh, all right. Never mind, carry on.
That ain't no problem at all.
Mm.
Yeah, we got it. And I'll start helping by floating
Yeah,
things around.
same. Because we're used to having to do our chores.
Yeah, every once in a while Nate goes to reach for a fucking like plate or something and it's just floating and he's like, oh that's a lot.
Yeah.
That's a lot. Okay. You have
Yeah, I'll just
hands, you
add it
know,
to it.
like
Yeah, but I have my brain.
yeah.
I'm gonna use it.
I imagine Devlin just going like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she definitely does the
No, since he's primarily attuned to one side of the force, which is like the light side is the more telekinetic side.
Mm.
This is actually very
it's easier for him.
second nature.
It's not that bad. Okay. So like, okay, so if you guys are cleaning up, like, there's, I imagine like a kitchen island with like the little stools, and she just sits there with her glass of wine and just watches. She does not help.
Yeah. As the dishes disappear from the counter, more of the data pads that were there before we started cooking.
Just,
start
yeah,
appearing on the
she's
table
already,
as
she's
they
kind of like,
spread out.
yeah, she's
Yeah.
like half talking to you and half like just legislation upon legislation that she has to
Yeah.
catch up on. It's
Yeah.
gonna be a constant. There's so many things proposed every day.
Yeah, Nate will turn to the rest of them, and say, well, I assume we won't keep staying here after tonight. We all have another day of shore leave, so if y'all know, or at least a day or so before we get called, I believe. If y'all have any plans for tomorrow, we can arrange you some transportation.
Well, just as a reminder,
I have a meeting, right?
yeah, with Padme, and I asked
All
for
of us?
Zolara
Okay.
to like go.
Then never mind. I completely
yeah.
forgot.
Yeah. Just as I forgot to put that in the recap. That was on me.
Yeah.
So, anywho, there we go.
Wait, is that a
Okay.
meeting for all of us or just me? Or
Zolara asked if everyone would come.
oh, okay, okay,
Just
yeah,
because,
yeah.
like, I didn't want to make it
No.
make it a lane only thing, just in case you weren't here because I knew you were moving. So,
yeah,
there you go.
That is okay.
And I didn't want to be like, yeah, Zolara just goes.
Yeah, Zora leaves. See you later. None of that information is yours. Yeah, okay, cool.
Well, you're definitely welcome now to stay here as long as you like. There should be toiletries and whatnot in the restrooms, the refreshers. If you don't see anything you need, there's an intercom ring the front desk.
I'm sure we'll find it quite agreeable. Thank you, ma'am.
Well, I wouldn't
Yes, we don't need
mind.
much.
I wouldn't mind cleaning myself up a little bit because, yeah,
It's
Well,
been a lot.
considering I walked through a air duct today, might as well do that as well before I go.
Yes, exactly. So, yes, I would actually do that before bed. Question, Tim, because I know zero about anything Star Wars apart from what you guys tell me. As Jedi Knights, I know like the Senate is open for anyone, but would we have been called there on official business? Like, is it familiar to us, or were we just like in out?
We've been there before.
Yeah, we've been there before. I'm pretty sure we've been there before, but
you've been to the Senate building before, but is it familiar to you? Probably not. Like you probably wouldn't be able to find your way around, but I'm sure you've been there before.
Huge.
Most people in Coruscant, like most people in Galactic City who aren't, a criminal, or I mean even criminals technically have been there because the courts are there. But
everyone's been there to pay a parking ticket, you know what I mean?
Yeah, like yeah.
And most of the
do you
Jedis
know
that
it like
go
the
are
Jedi Temple?
high-ranking masters.
Absolutely not. But
No.
have you been there? Yeah, for sure.
The only Jedis that go there are like the council members, if they have business to do there, because they're the politicians essentially.
Yeah.
well, I don't want to be
Anakin
tired.
knows it very well, though.
Yeah, we wonder why. We wonder why.
Gotta find stuff about that soon, I hope. Do you have any idea why Senator Padme would like to meet with you regarding, I don't know, is it the wars? Does it have anything to do with the
I'm
war?
not entirely sure. It seemed to, Tim, correct me if I'm wrong, it seemed to have something to do with the information we pulled last night.
Yeah, it
Or
gave you the
tonight.
vibes. Yeah.
Mm. How this is all connected to Naboo somehow.
Possibly.
All right. I'm always willing to help. Especially since our shore leave is indefinite until we get a mission. Right, Captain?
Right, yeah. We're just waiting for the call, I suppose.
All right.
I don't like that we haven't heard anything about our friends. I'll look at Devlin. We know that they're recovering, but we don't know anything else. And we
do
only
you
heard
mean
about.
do you mean Obi and his exceptional Padawan, who is now a Jedi Knight, or are we talking about Siri,
Um,
who we haven't heard from in 7 years? He looks at a clock at a watch that's not there.
all of it?
Well,
Yes.
you know how we are. We all go scattered to the wind when we have things to do.
Yes, because we're not supposed. Yes. Yes, exactly. Yeah, we go scattered to the wind.
They're
You know
fine.
what?
If it eases your mind, Sharissa, Padme didn't sound too distressed, so I'm sure that Master Obi-Wan and the other one are fine.
Yeah.
Anakin, yes. I do appreciate you calling him the other one. It is funny. He's always been a rambunctious child.
Yes.
So we all sort of had the same attitude.
I told them to leave him on the planet. What is it? Tatooine?
Mm.
They didn't listen
You
to
were...
me.
Yeah, well, I do believe getting him out of there was good for him. But I don't know much about why Master Qui-Gon did that. Regardless, I hope they're fine. They should be fine.
Yeah, I hope so.
If they... You know, as well as I do, that if anything tragic happens, we would feel it. So...
Yeah. Yeah, we would. Wouldn't hurt to hear something though. You know what? I think I might just go clean myself up.
All right.
So I'll see you tomorrow. And she will turn around and head towards the bathroom or whatever and just
Refresher.
bathroom.
You do
And
that
just
weird
stay.
cat leg thing.
What weird cat? I'm not familiar with cats in real life. I've always wanted to have one. My mom never let me have one, so I have to be more specific.
You know when cat cleans themselves and the leg is just
Oh no! She's
straight out
gonna
in the air.
stay there. She's gonna stay there
She's
for
more
like
human
an
than
hour.
cat.
Yeah, I'm half cat, and but I'm gonna stay there for a bit, just under the shower in the bath, whatever it is that she has, and because she's conflicted right now, and she doesn't like it, so she's gonna just go and soak and let the water try to wash whatever it is that is bothering her.
Conflicted about what?
She's worried about her friends. She's worried about Obi and she's worried about not having heard from Siri. She's worried about a lot of things, but then there's the whole thing in her head, well, emotional attachments are bad. So that is kind of all mixed up in her mind right now, and she's not happy with it. So she's just gonna, and she is still worried about the fact that she almost killed her friend. So she's just gonna stay there and try to.
A lot to worry about. We got Dark
Yeah.
Jedi on the loose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it's mostly like the conflict between emotions. Emotional attachments are bad for Jedi, and how she cannot help but having them. So, yep.
We'll say Bear Clan has bucked that trend quite often.
So so
Mhm.
often.
Yeah, I will say as
Yep.
you're sitting there, you just hear Kaya go, you know, very clearly Master Yoda cares very much about us, you know? So I don't think it's that big of a deal.
Yeah. Sometimes I feel like I'm very confused about what he says and what he does. You know, like
Right?
he says one thing and that's what he wants us to follow, but then he does something that contradicts that, and I sometimes have a hard time with all of it. I wish I could be like,
as long as we're being a good person, it shouldn't really matter what we do, you know?
yeah, I try my best, but I didn't like having my mind controlled.
Well, you know, sometimes that can be a little shitty, yeah. I mean,
Do you
could you
think
imagine being trapped in your mind 24/7?
I'm sorry?
That was a
I
joke.
I know, but I feel bad about it too.
Nah.
Do you think that
Yes, I think all the time, actually.
I don't know? Do you think things could have been different? I mean, do you blame me?
I'm pretty sure it was my decision. I mean, as much as, you know, a fetus could make that decision, I suppose.
You, I guess. Thank you. Also,
Or maybe it wasn't. Maybe it was just the wheel of the Force, as Yoda would
yeah,
say.
the will of the force. Sometimes I just go like, you know, what is it that is in store for me? But
I don't regret it,
right
though.
now,
You know?
well, we have a new group now. At least there's something to look forward to.
Hopefully they're a little less chaotic than the last group.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I like them. Even the politician, I think she's hiding something,
You
like,
would like
you know,
her.
like, right. Not in No, what I mean is not that. I mean, I feel like she might be softer than she likes to portray herself as.
I don't think there's a soft part of her body anywhere, actually.
Um,
But
I don't know. We're gonna figure it out.
Yeah, you get to figure out her body.
No, no, I don't. You know what? I hate you right now. I haven't looked at her that way.
At least
You
I'm
know,
not blurting it out in front of everyone.
I'm sorry. I was angry.
Because I could,
I'm
but I
not
won't.
angry anymore.
But I could do
Okay,
it,
thank you.
but I won't.
But I won't do it to you again. I promised you. I keep my promise.
Yeah, whatever. Hurry up and
Do you
bathe.
think
It's
it's
always
cute
awkward
though?
talking to you in the bath.
I know. I.
Kaya's
You
like,
know what?
haha, you're gay. Gay?
You know what I've always wondered. No, I'm not gonna tell you what I was
Quit
wondered.
being such a
I'm
big
just gonna.
lesbian.
If you
I'm
wonder
gonna
it, then
sit.
I can just know it because I'm inside your mind. You can't really
I.
hide it from me.
At least I can see you. You know, that is a comfort.
Ugh, you're being mushy.
Do you think Siri is fine?
She's a badass Jedi. Of course she's fine.
She is badass. I just wonder why she never
Our
said
Padawan
anything.
probably less so, but she is probably fine.
It's been 7 years. She couldn't say hi. Like,
She
you know?
never called or anything. You know that.
And she liked Obi-Wan. Probably everyone likes Obi-Wan, so
Everyone likes Obi-Wan. Come on now.
Well, I like Obi-Wan, just not
Yeah,
in
even
that
you.
way. Yeah, but not in that way. He's a good friend. I like him. Well, not as much as I like Devlin, but
Yeah.
I wonder what it is about him that everyone likes him. Like he's not even. I mean, he has a very weird beard. I don't get it. I will probably want to figure it out,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't get it. Why everyone likes him. Anyway,
What, a weird beard. What is so weird? The beard. What?
it's too full. I mean,
What?
it's probably
You
dirty in
literally
there.
have
Like,
fur.
how does he clean
Like
it?
I don't. What are you?
I don't have fur. I have cat ears and
Whatever.
well,
I'm not corporeal. I can't touch things.
yeah.
It looks like you have
Well, maybe-
fur.
No, I don't.
Catwoman.
don't.
Is that skin?
Feline
Is that skin
Jane.
or the fur?
Freaking
Yes,
ridiculous.
well, that was in the spur of the moment. Are you chastising me about my decisions? I don't.
Hurry up. She disappears.
Yes. Okay.
I love the complete Yelena Belova vibes that she gives me.
Huh?
Oh my god, so much. So
Oh,
much.
yeah.
I love it so much. It's like, you're a poser. She's gonna say, you're such a poser.
You're such a poser.
She's gonna do a
I'm gonna
3-point
do that.
stance, and then she's
Yeah,
just
she's
gonna
gonna
get
be
like
so
the shivers. She's like, oh.
shut the poser.
I loved her. Best part of that movie.
Yep. The only good
Um,
part of the movie, let's be honest.
I want to check up on Union and Doc before I head off to sleep.
Hell yeah. What is
What are
Union
they
and Doc
doing?
up to?
Union is
Okay.
straight up just at the table, trying to attach a hand to his arm.
Is this a new hand or the old hand that
It's-
you put in
it's-
for the joke?
It's a B2 hand.
Oh, okay, the hand for the joke. Okay.
Doc,
What happened
Doc's
to the
just
old
leaning.
hand?
Doc's just leaning over the table, looking at him, trying to get the hand on.
You need help with that?
I should be fine, I believe.
Hmm. What
So-
happened to your old hand?
He points up to the kitchen table, which
Still there?
it's just sitting there.
I'm gonna grab it.
You'll retrieve it later. Okay.
It's always good to have spare parts, Doc says, and waves his mechanical arm.
I'm gonna high five myself.
It is very
Wow.
useful.
Hmm.
High five yourself.
Mm. Union. I think my phone is pretty equipped for organic people. Is there anything else that you require?
You could use an oil bath, I think.
Fuel, oil, power cells. I don't know. Anything you need?
Hold on, is my voice mod not working?
No,
No.
Yeah.
Nope.
I was just gonna ask.
No.
No one said anything? Got it.
I was gonna
I
ask
thought-
if
I
I
didn't wanna pressure you.
literally just said something, you bitch.
No,
I didn't-
no,
I
I
didn't
meant
wanna
his
pressure you.
PMs. Is it working?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't want to stop your
Uh,
flow.
Yeah.
Incredible. I just had to swap my input device. It's okay. I apologize. Did you ask if I needed anything?
Yeah.
like oil or fuel or whatever.
Oil, power cells.
The
I don't know
Valence
what droids
comes
do.
equipped with most things needed for my function. Oil would be nice to restock on, but unnecessary.
All right.
We're all good. Well, today was a day, and I think we all need some rest. And I am about to go start that. So,
I don't know. We
good night.
barely had to do anything.
Well, All right, Spice Master. Let's calm down.
We just
You
had to
didn't
sit
have
around and wait.
Well, you didn't have to crawl through ducts and try to hide in a server room. It was real stressful.
Zalora has pulled DoorDash up on her one of her data pads. 5W30, 10W30, what kind?
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah, what kind of oil you like, Joy?
Oh god.
What flavor?
What flavor of oil you can put in your joints?
Definitely WD-40.
Oh boy.
Double
Yeah.
D40.
WD-40?
Yeah.
What could it
Absolutely.
need? KY?
WD-40.
Oh!
WD-40 is now canon.
WD-40 is always canon. That thing's exists for thousands of years. It's perfect oil. Fucking hate WD-40. God.
Shit was invented by the cavemen, brother.
Beep, beep, beep,
Yeah.
beep, beep.
I'll go
How
rest.
much? How much for a restock of oil?
Oh,
Is that like an actual consumable?
Enough for a fucking droid to take a bath in?
bath?
Yeah, just
Oh,
whatever
Lord.
he needs.
No, just to chug it. Right?
Chug it.
What? Chuck?
I don't know. I don't know what you need it for.
An oil bath, right? That's what the point of the oil is
Just
for?
to spray on my damn joints. What are you weirdos
that's
on
right.
about?
That's right. They're
Just
for
a
droids.
lubricating.
Droids take oil baths in the fucking Star Wars universe, you dork.
Do
Yeah,
they?
they do.
Yeah.
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 Oh my god.
There's like droid spas where they just go in. It's like PetSmart, but for droids. They go in and get fucking
Yeah.
taken care of, you know?
That's
It's got
hilarious.
old bath or lubrication bath, as far as I remember.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That is hilarious.
Right? But just for some oil, it's like 5 credits. Like, it's not a big deal.
Oh yeah. I'm back off my shit.
Is Devlin walking off? And
Yeah.
going to the room.
I left your hand on the table. I didn't take it. Don't worry about
Okay.
that.
Okay. I was gonna ask for my hand back.
No. I just wanted to do the high five joke, and that's it.
Lovely.
And you, Doc, anything you need?
Yeah, I'm good. Just hanging out.
Alright, well, I will see you all in the morning then. Bright and early.
See you in the morning, Representative.
Like him. Alright, she'll skedaddle off to bed.
Once she walks off, Union will turn towards Jock and say,
How did your team do during the mission?
Just fine. You know, we just Nate and Feline Jane just had to talk themselves inside, and then we just waited, and then all of a sudden we were running. You know, it was
Does
kind of
that
boring.
mean they found you out?
No, not until we took off.
That is good. I
Enough
saw them
without a hitch.
shooting and was
know-
worried that something went poorly.
Well, they started shooting when we went to pick you guys up, but you know. In fact, I'm wondering a little bit why we even attempted to get in there, because it's not like they needed the distraction. I mean,
I believe the original idea was to have them owe us a favor so we could get inside more naturally.
well,
If our side went poorly, there is the possibility that you could still do the original mission.
I suppose. But you guys did well. You even survived.
It would be hard to kill me.
I mean, you did go down in that cave.
That is true.
I mean, there was a little bit too many guys in there for us to take on.
There was only one.
I mean,
What's-
in the Black Sun compound.
Oh, that. Yes. I don't believe we would have been able to handle that.
Let's just hope it doesn't follow us anywhere.
You think it will?
Well, you know, those gangster types rarely let things go.
Oh. Oh, that is concerning.
I mean, they wouldn't just come here and start messing, but, you know, we won't be in this apartment forever.
Hmm.
I'm sure it'll be fine. Don't worry about it.
Thank you, Doctor.
So, how you feel about a new arm?
Did he say that how you feel about the new arm?
Yeah.
I still have to finish installing it and work on my code to make it work. However,
1 second.
Did you also get interrupted?
However, 1 second.
It sounded like a knock.
Processing.
Processing.
Rebooting.
Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da.
I couldn't hear myself because I was muted. Ha ha ha.
Yes, you were.
Yes, my sister walked in.
Uh-huh.
I still have to finish installing the arm and work on the code to make it function. However, it comes equipped with a blaster that is a little more powerful than the one I currently have.
Maybe I should get one of those.
Well, I have a feeling we will have plenty of opportunity in the near future.
We could be actual brothers in arms.
Oh,
Boo.
oh, that was
Boo.
funny.
Boo!
Boo.
Oh
I
my
love
gosh.
the
Is
I
he
love the robot
emulating
laugh.
laughter right now? He's
What a
emulating
troll.
laughter. Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
That laugh.
Ha 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 ha.
That was
You
so
see,
good.
you see something visceral in the back of Lucky's eyes when he hears that laugh. But he fights the urge.
Actually heard you laugh before.
I have laughed a few times. But typically, it is after we
After.
does something entertaining.
Sounds like you're growing a sense of humor. Good stuff.
Do not believe those can be grown, but I am developing one.
Same thing, really. Just less organic in your case.
That sigh wasn't meant to be in a robot. That was me trying to breathe. Ah.
Well, I'm unsure how personality and emotions work in organic methods, if they are similar or different.
I'd say pretty similar. But I guess it'll be hard for you to understand what it's really like, huh?
I'm sure it would be hard for organics to know what it is like as well.
I mean, organics don't even understand organics, so you know.
I see. Perhaps one day people will be able to understand a little better.
I hope so. It'll make things easier for people like me and you.
He
But
seems
anyway,
deep in thought after you say it. Like he stops fiddling with the little arm. He just kind of goes still a bit.
but don't let me interrupt you with that arm. You might need it soon.
Thank you, Doctor.
Who dat?
Who dat?
Who dat?
But yeah, he'll just go back
Who
to
else could it
fiddling
be?
then.
Fucking dork.
That was fun. Who dat? I don't know. Who dat?
Who dat? Who else could it be, Rick?
I don't know.
Oh fuck, that tickled me. Alright.
It's fucking tired, man.
Yeah.
Alrighty,
If he
well.
doesn't say anything else, Union doesn't start the conversation back up. He'll just continue working.
Duck's
Said
just gonna
he
sit
won't.
and watch
Yeah,
him.
said, oh, that's cute. Okay.
What'd Rick say? What?
He's just
Nah,
watching
Duck's-
me fiddle my arm.
Yeah.
Just watching you play with yourself? Excellent. Love to see.
Yeah.
So, anything else anyone else wishes to do or say or roleplay before we proceed to the next morning?
Not really.
All good.
Just want to see if there's anything like any new stuff that's been happening with the Jedi at least. And I presume that if anything happens, we'd get notified. So
Oh,
I
that's
think that's
insane.
where.
It's funny that you it's funny that you mentioned that because upon waking up the following morning, which I assume Zolara is one of the first ones up, just because
5 a.m. every day. You know.
yeah, like even
4:30.
without your work ethic, like just having people in your personal space would just it's like
It's not relaxing.
I'm up, I'm awake.
5 a.m. every day.
So,
Just gotta get that
upon
morning
waking
jog.
up, you all hear that at, roughly 7 a.m. ish, the Supreme Chancellor Palpatine, Sheev Palpatine. I always like his first name, it's Sheev. It's so good.
Shut up, fucking.
It's a Nabooian name.
He's not from Naboo. That's your boy.
That's your boy.
It's my boy. My homie.
He is going to have
My brother's
essentially a State of the Union address, as it were,
Incredible.
as far as the war efforts that are going on, and addressing some concerns that will be most likely arising at this point, given the recent acts that have been pushed into the Senate. Well, you guys wake up, eat
That's
some
all
protein bars.
Yeah,
guess?
that's all in the news, right?
Unless there's leftovers.
Because Solara only has the news channel. We've established this.
Yeah, it's just
Oh
C-SPAN.
yes.
Just
CNN and C-SPAN.
And C-SPAN. That's it.
Okay. Here's the thing though. She'll have several news channels,
Of course.
so she can see
Needs
what
to
the
get
other
all
side is saying.
opinions. Yeah,
Mhm.
she needs to get all opinions, all sides of the political
Multiple
spectrum.
sources.
Yeah.
Multiple sources.
Yeah. I can't wait to see Star Wars Fox News. That shit's wild.
Who is Star Wars Infowars?
Its biggest supporter is someone named Quinlan Boss. Anyway,
Quinlan Boss?
Quinlan Voss is Alex Jones.
Yeah.
The Tour of the freaking Gungans gay.
Holy shit.
Good lord.
I'll look to Solara as we get that information and say, you think we'll be around when that happens during the meeting?
I'd say if we get there soon, we'll be in the building. And
All right.
I need, like, I'm not gonna go on and on about it, but I think it's important to note that when she comes out this morning, she's not in her, like, action girl outfit. She's, like, it's a very, like, tight suit, but it's got this, like, mantle of a cape that just, like, flows, and it's like, shit, man. How high are those heels?
Clean up-
Like, she's in
clean
her,
up
like,
game.
I'm going to the office look. And
Yeah.
it's a little bit intimidating.
Yeah.
It's clearly structured to be intimidating.
I will say, preceding the address from the Supreme Chancellor is a list of non-clone soldiers as well as Jedi that have already lost their lives in what is currently being called the Clone Wars. Roughly, nearly 500,000 lives have been lost, and well over, 2 systems have been captured by the Separatists, led by former Jedi, not called a Sith, not called a Dark Jedi. He is called a former Jedi Master Count Dooku.
Mm-hmm.
Do we have access to the list? Can we look to see if there's any names we recognize?
You do, and it goes by fairly quickly. It's very akin, which some of you are probably too young. It's very akin to like the news when the War on Terror first started, when all those names would flash across the news. So it's pretty icky. It definitely has that like nationalist propaganda that America was pushing in the early 2000s kind of vibe to it.
So I'm just gonna say there's a deep underlying reason why people didn't like the prequels, and it might have been the bad time that they came out.
Yeah.
A lot of the political messaging was to a lot of people. Yeah. Anyway,
you guys
but I bet
recognize
we don't
many of the
recognize anybody.
names.
Oh.
Like yeah, you recognize many of the names. They were Jedi that you had split off from whenever you were assigned to the Victory, and then by extension to Nate's squad. You see many names. You don't see any of the ones that you hoped weren't there, but you do recognize some.
Okay. So none of our friends and
None of your friends,
Okay.
no.
okay.
I'm afraid that list is going to get bigger.
That is a lot of names.
It is war. That's what happens.
So sad.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like Nate, you recognize some names too. It's just people you've served with over the past couple of years, and
Yeah.
Doc, you recognize some names of brilliant scientists and whatnot that you have worked with. No one like super important to you, but you're like, oh yeah, I knew that guy at MIT. That sort of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Laura, you don't really recognize any names, but there aren't any politicians in the war, so it doesn't surprise you.
Guess the war's real, huh?
It is now.
Allergenosis didn't tell you it was real?
Well, yeah, but we were just
Not
kind of in and
official.
out.
Right.
What do they have when they put Count Dooku on the screen? Is it an old image? Is it a current image? It's probably like Jedi days.
It's
Like,
Jedi
they don't
days,
have
yeah. It's
They
dark
don't have
hair.
images of this man now.
It's Christopher Lee, Man with a Golden Gun era. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's what I'm saying. Him and them shorty shorts? Bro, come on now. Come on now. He
I
knew
have a
what he was
question,
doing.
Tim.
Yes.
Do I have memory banks? Would it be possible to get an image from my memory, because I am a droid, to possibly get an updated photo of him?
We didn't see him. We saw a different
Oh,
Jedi,
Dooku. Sorry. Yeah, we saw the other dude. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. My
Iris.
fault. My fault.
Oh, good.
I'm just gonna look at the image and say, it's been a while since we've seen him. To the group, but mainly towards
Chorizo.
Shura's name.
What? Sorry.
It's been a while since we've seen him. Dooku.
Yeah,
Have you met that guy?
Oh,
he was a
yes.
master.
How's a Jedi Master become a Count?
Well, he was
same
always
way-
a count.
Perhaps the same way that the other guy that we met and that tried to control me.
So
He
By
was always a count.
feeding whatever
I
it
thought
is
the
that they
point
are
of Jedi
feeding them.
was giving all that up.
you just randomly leave the Order and start a war? Sounds weird.
The Jedi don't force you to stay. You can leave at any time.
But leaving
He
and
decided
falling
to
is a
leave.
different thing.
Yes,
I
he's
should've-
clearly fallen.
No red flags at all.
No, what? Sorry.
Not that I can remember. I was too young.
No red flags.
No. And if there were, they were too hard for me to understand.
I
know he
didn't.
talked to Master Qui-Gon a lot. Him and Yoda were his confidants. Then he just left one day. I was there with him in a battle against the Mandalorians. He led us, pretty much protected us. And then after that, he started distancing himself. And then he left. Now he leads this separatist.
Sometimes you might question a lot of things. It's all a matter of how you deal with the questions that you have inside your mind.
Sounds like he
Yes.
needs therapy.
I would say
Probably.
a lot of people do.
I think we all could benefit from it, but
Sure is. A Jedi needing therapy. Preposterous.
yes.
Well, look at the guy.
We are
mean, what's
own
wrong with
spiritual
therapy?
guides. Well, we keep ourselves in line for the most part.
He just looks you up and down. Looks Shurus up and down. Looks over the TV where Count Dooku is just chilling. Sure.
If one
And he
rogue
just leans
Jedi
back
can
in his
do
chair.
this, yeah. If one rogue Jedi can do this,
I'm gonna look at Nate and I will say, well, I have nothing against therapy, Captain or Nate. Just never had any chance to think
think
about
it's
it, I
wise.
guess.
I just don't believe I need it, but
Sometimes I think it could do me good, but I'm not sure if a therapist could help me out with some of the things that I have.
I am
I
sure
love
one
out of
could.
character. I love that we're asking the question: would therapy have helped Count Dooku?
Yeah, exactly.
That's the question we're asking here.
Rehabilitative justice.
Exactly. It's just, I don't know if therapy would have prevented Dooku from leaving, if that's what you're saying.
Well, I didn't say that.
Oh, sure.
Well, you never know. Maybe if he had questions and he was doubting everything to the point that he completely changed, maybe someone helping him navigate through his issues could have helped him stay.
and maybe 500,000 people would be dead.
Yeah.
No.
If you have questions, it only takes one bad take for you to just, give up on everything.
I'm sure Count Dooku and whatever his problems are very important and influential, but it takes more than one person to start a war. There are two
Exactly.
sides here.
There
Suppose
are
it would have been
sides.
someone
There are
else.
multiple. There have to be
Always
multiple
two there
factions
are.
here.
Always still there.
Holy shit. when did
Not-
you get here?
Not
Yeah,
two
when did you
sides
get here,
into
Yoda?
like
Yes. Oh, shit.
Simon, in the corner I am.
He
Oh,
wouldn't have
God.
been able to start a war if
He
other
wasn't
people
enabled.
weren't willing to meet
Yes.
him in the battle.
That's very
Oh.
fair.
And also, we know now he was
Million
not the only one that changed sides. So,
A million troops
There's
don't
multiple.
pop up out of nowhere.
Suppose that's true.
Well, there's a lot of people on the CIS that aren't droids. A lot of them are, just people like you and me. So, no, he's not the only one who changed sides. A lot of us did. A lot of them did. A lot of people did. Sorry. Yeah.
It's early.
so there has to be something or someone
There's
enabling
someone.
them.
You heard Tyrus.
Yes,
Tyrannus.
I did.
Whoever controls them. But we'll deal with that later. For now, let's just focus on the day-to-day. Zolara, lead the way, I guess. And I'm wearing my uniform. Brown Jedi robes and armor. Spotless.
I'm wearing my purple Satio Shan armor with my brown, not brown, my blue robes. I don't have brown robe. Fuck that brown shit. I'm colorful.
I like brown.
You can,
It's down to earth.
true. Very true.
Wow.
You can tell that Nate seems to have put like marginally a little more effort into his appearance today. Perhaps he's embarrassed showing up to the Senate building looking like a fucking disheveled mess. He's like run his hands through his
Did
hair
you
a couple
comb?
more times.
Oh no,
Yeah.
just ran
Yeah.
your hand. No comb.
I don't even know if he has a comb. I'd be honest. This is Alara's bathroom. She probably has something, right? But you
Okay,
can just see
she's
somebody's hairbrush.
like all the spare bedrooms have like that like
Hotel.
The
that, like,
hotel
hotel
tablecloth?
stock?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Excellent. Yeah. So the comb, it's like try to stand a little bit less like a fucking question mark shape because he has like the hunch.
By the way, Solara, I'm a big fan of the tiny soap.
The what?
I'm a big fan of the tiny soap in the refresher.
Oh.
Yay big.
I'll tell housekeeping.
Mm-hmm.
Oh god.
She did not put it there.
I had coffee just came out of my nose, Hazel. Thanks. Appreciate
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
You're welcome.
Well, that's a question mark shape. I was like, yep.
He's just so tall. He sort of has to loom. It's very
He has terrible posture.
concave. Yeah.
He's like this.
Yeah.
My man just T-poses everywhere he goes. He looms.
Yeah, exactly.
So Lara's probably a good 5 or 6 inches taller than she was yesterday.
Let's go.
Jesus fuck. How do you live with those?
Yes.
Your feet are
And
like
she's
this.
still the
Like-
shortest party member. No, just
And-
kidding.
okay.
The doc is like 4 foot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like, and they're kind of like this weird, like they wouldn't be like heels you have now, but like, you know those like
The ones
Lady
that don't
Gaga
have
like
heels?
knife shoes,
Yes.
fuck.
like vibes like that.
Rock.
Just a
They
giant
will turn
spike.
into weapons. She's got
It's not
like
even a heel, it's just a spike.
very elaborate like fingertip claws, metal
Very
fingertip claws.
fashionable.
Yes. Yes, she's got her
Apparently,
her social getup on today.
apparently political intrigue masters just come out of Naboo on the daily, like a fucking factory.
Yeah.
Holy shit!
I mean,
Oh my god.
it'd be like that.
Union snaky.
Yeah.
Union's
Naturally.
naked. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
You're
Yes.
too snaky.
We're gonna clean you. Did you clean yourself up a bit at least?
Union just standing there like,
No.
y'all ain't gonna stand there
Junior-
just like I'm butt ass naked.
He's still walking around in Geonosis
Oh,
stuff.
holy shit, Tim!
Junior's like, I'm covered in rust and I do not want to clean myself. Fuck you guys.
Fair.
He has no rust on him. Not a spot of rust.
Just
never will.
dust.
Lucky's
Everything-
wearing his clone armor with his poncho.
Oh, yeah?
Well, yeah, he's been properly cleaned and oiled.
Yeah, we oiled him.
You're welcome.
You oiled Lucky?
You won't squeak no more.
No, we oiled Union.
Oh,
no,
Oh
Union-
god.
So I say, what the fuck kind of party did I miss? Well, this is kind of weird, but all right.
Holy shit!
Captain, is this your orders?
Captain,
God. God, I
Holy
hated him.
is this all right?
Holy crap.
Consent, please.
So fucking funny.
Oh
No,
man.
you didn't. When you first met him, you didn't have a spot of like rust on him. He's very clean. It's just that nothing matches. Like everything's flaking its paint and color and shit like that. Things are slightly corroded. But he does seem to keep care of his junky parts. There's no rust anywhere. You know, just like everything's been slightly sandblasted in different ways.
Nice.
Incredible.
Nice.
Well, an air taxi is easy to achieve in Coruscant, especially in the Senate District, where there are fucking millions of people who have to go to places.
She calls it Uber Black.
Wow! Okay. Well, you know what an Uber Black
calls it
gets
what?
you. Hey, where you wanted to go?
Yeah!
Oh,
Yeah.
I missed him.
Witham Howe was in carbonite for 4,000 years.
No, this is his descendant.
Yeah. Just a
Yeah.
long line of Uber Black drivers.
Long line. Ooh, black truck.
Yeah, we
Take
went
it
from
back.
Russia out of here.
I take it all back.
Nope. Too
I'm
late.
regretful.
Nope.
Nope.
Nope. No
doing
regrets.
He's getting 4 stars, or less than 4 stars because he spoke to me. It's not what I want out of an Uber.
Incredible. I love her so much. God damn it.
You only get 5
Oh.
stars if you do not say a word.
Yeah.
Do not perceive me.
Anyway.
I didn't hire a car to talk to you. No.
Oh my god.
Holy fuck, she's ruthless.
Yeah. She really is just Robin Wright. House
Yeah.
of Cards. That's
Yeah.
that's who Zolara
Like-
is.
Same haircut. I don't know. Why were you people not expecting this?
Incredible. Anyways, making your way to the Senate building is simple enough. Which actually, I'm gonna use my Senate building page since I have that.
Dope.
Sexy.
Go ahead and zoom in on that one.
Oh look, you can see her office in there.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. She doesn't have a window.
She does every morning. She jogs around this building.
Probably.
It takes
Yeah, there's a-
it
there's
takes
a
her
track.
2 hours.
She jogs around other people jogging. She's like on your left, just every lap.
Yeah, every day.
So you guys make your way to the Senate building. Towards the you head towards the part of the Senate building that is for representatives, senators of certain sectors. You head to the one for the mid-rim, specifically like the Naboo section of that Senate building, where your office is, where the senators from Naboo and other planets within that sector reside. And you find Padme easy enough. Who, as soon as she sees you, she kind of like just stops mid-conversation, gets a big grin on her face, just runs towards you and gives you a hug.
Good morning.
Good morning, Zolara and Zolara's friends.
Dawn Squadron.
Like,
On an adventure.
Did you have to bring them?
Should I not have?
Is it
They helped get all the information yesterday.
what's
And they could be useful.
She just like smiles at Devlin, who gives her a thumbs up. Well, they're here now, right? Just follow me, I guess.
Come along, everyone.
She kind of like gives Union a look, just like that kind of. She's still like, you know me, but I don't know how I know a B1 unit.
If they stare at Union for like more than like a second and a half, they're gonna look over at Devlin to do the thumbs up as well.
Oh, this is what I do.
Incredible. She does not give you a smile. She's just like, kind of like, arches an eyebrow and continues walking. Which a lot of people, as usual, in this building are giving Union some very discerning glances, because he's a B1 unit in the
The
Senate
first
building.
B1 unit in the Senate.
Yeah.
Did I do it wrong, Devlin? Is it because I do not have enough fingers?
No, 3 fingers.
It looks
is
like
all
a
you
middle
need.
finger because you only have one digit.
He has 3 fingers. He goes like this. You're fine. Just just getting your usual stares. I guess we'll stay between me and Lucky. How about that?
Well, Lucky is also getting some stares, as he is now, since the State of the Union, most of the general population knows about the clones.
Yes, and if anyone stops us, the representative is here with us, and she can tell them that you're with her. So it should be
Yes,
fine.
you've been reprogrammed. We found you in the battlefield. Any type of excuse, it doesn't matter.
It'll be alright.
Yeah, we're alright. Union, we're property of the Galactic Republic, after all.
I don't like
I
that,
don't like the
Lucky.
dead word property, but all right.
Well,
Yes.
I believe that is officially correct.
Yeah,
Doesn't mean we have to like it.
Definitely not.
well, that's why I'm here, you know? No big deal.
It's a big deal to
That's-
me. Please
that
don't
is a
say it
bonus.
again.
Alright. Sorry.
No, don't apologize. It's just
I'm just gonna stop talking. Alright.
Never.
Padme just kind of like leans in towards you, Zolara just goes, so did you see the announcement, the address, as it was?
I saw it.
What did you think?
Didn't like any of it, but love losses for one day. Not feels good about it, but
Let's be honest, that number was a little drummed up for theatrics, and
of course it was.
still,
Disgusting.
people are still losing their lives for no reason.
Exactly. Well, not much to be done about it now, except try to end it as soon as we can.
Exactly why I called you here. She opens the door to her office and ushers you all in.
Everyone?
See, the inside very much reflects the aesthetics of, Theed, which is where the palace of Naboo resides. You see a kind of video photograph of the Great Falls of Theed, just kind of like cascading down. There's plenty of like flora in the space that speak of Naboo, as well as like the central desk made out of some sort of like fur, Nabooian wood of some kind. There's a few chairs, not enough for all of you, but it doesn't really matter.
I'll say standing.
Padme doesn't sit anyway. She just kind of leans against her desk and holds up a data disk as all of you enter and close the door. So, what I called the junior representative here for, I guess by extension the rest of you,
Yes.
the
But,
information you found yesterday is very troubling. The Black Suns are... they're smuggling things from elsewhere to Naboo.
Why?
By all accounts, and I spoke with S3 and Captain Drala from the RSF, it seems they're smuggling spice. But I don't know why they're smuggling spice to Naboo.
Liven it up a little.
Oh,
There a
I
big
can't.
market for that?
I'm sorry. Not a good time. Didn't get much sleep. That is strange.
There's
Not a
no
big market
reason
for it.
for it.
No.
There's no history of spice usage on the planet.
On Naboo? No.
No.
Hmm.
Disturbing
Well-
indeed. Are they stockpiling, selling? Is it a stopover? Do we know?
We don't. We don't know. It seems to be heading towards Theed and Kadara, which... she like goes to say something and then just stops. But I've contacted Queen Jamilia, and I would very much appreciate it if you could go there and speak with her and see what she knows, and speak with perhaps her new captain of her guard. Maybe they know something.
What happened to Panaka?
Oh, he's with me now. I thought
Oh.
you knew this.
Right.
Did you not?
I didn't. No, he didn't seem like the type to leave the palace.
Well,
Been there for forever. But I'm glad he's with you. I can go. I don't know how long we have.
I would go myself, but I have personal reasons for not wanting to currently. She just gives you a smile that you know that smile.
Inside check.
Inside check.
Sure, roll an insight check.
Inside check.
Yeah, here. Suspicious.
Where's my insight? Holy shit.
Yes.
14.
Y'all
Yeah, she's hiding something, but she's also smiling, so it's not like super
Bad hiding.
Yeah, it's like it's
It's
not
not
it's like a
super
bad thing. She's just like it's almost like an embarrassed
She's being
smile.
cheeky.
Yeah.
She's being cheeky. Got it.
Do the Black Sun have any links to separatists at all?
That
That'd
would
be good to know.
telling.
See, that is what I had a thought that maybe it had something to do with the separatists, but what the hell did
Wasn't
the
the
separatists
first
want with
deplo-
spice?
Wasn't the first deployment of the Separatist army on Naboo?
Well,
Yeah.
hold on a moment.
It might not have to do with the
Technically,
spice
that-
itself, but
No.
Technically, that was a
there-
trade dispute with the Trade Federation. They weren't even separatists at that point, but
There could be something in the spice.
Also that.
in the spice.
Could be.
what do you mean?
Like they might be hiding something in the,
Smuggling something in
Like
the
a-
thing
like
they're
a-
smuggling.
let's say hypothetically, like a microchip, right?
Hmm.
A microchip?
You use the spice as like a cover to get the stuff that you actually need on the planet. But nobody's
Essentially, yes.
questioning if
And
you're
then
smuggling
if-
spice.
And then if anyone confiscates it, it's just spice, and they'll just
It's
destroy
just
it.
spice. Unless you have like a scanner or something to go over it.
See, Nate, that's what I was getting
That's
at.
not where I was going to go with it, but it's
Doc,
certainly an
what other
interesting-
uses besides recreational does spice even have? Ask the doctor.
I have a quick question, just
Mhm.
clarifying. Did Nate like talk about that? Okay, like, because I would have been like, that's a wild supposition. It's actually
No,
probably
he
just
didn't.
like an effort to undermine.
Yeah, he didn't
you know,
really.
like,
He didn't really think it was gonna come up again.
Like,
But
this
now
is
we're
strange
talking about
theory.
spice, and we also don't want to right in front of Padme be like, "So we just like did this thing." I mean, like maybe
Yeah.
we trust her, it's fine. But so he's being a little dodgy about it
Mhm.
specifically.
well, that's certainly a wild supposition. And Zalar's like, the fuck did you come up with that? Like, that's weird.
Well, I mean, I've seen stranger things in my time, and he just looks at her, just makes dead eye contact with her, and like nods a little bit, like, "Come on, I know you're a
Yesterday,
smart
bitch."
woman. Like, you have it, you got it in your brain."
No, Nate's on something there, I think.
Mhm.
There's definitely something there.
Why
look
to
on-
Naboo though?
That's a good
Well,
question.
if it has no history of spice uses, might as well go there. Who would expect anything illegal on Naboo?
And there are old factories near Kadara that.
There are.
It's a perfect cover. The only reason we uncovered this is because of a side job. So
And it's right
no
in
one
the
else would have
middle
known.
of two very important hyperspace lanes. It's the perfect place, but I can't imagine this. I can't imagine this getting under Queen Chamelia's nose. She's usually very astute. Huh? That's fine. I didn't
Could
see
it
the
be something
I didn't see the Trade
meant to be-
Federation's betrayal coming either. So, you know.
Could it be something meant to be discovered to discredit or destabilize?
That is a good point.
It could. It could. I don't know what they'd gain from that. We don't really hold much political power. I mean, I'm a senator, you're a representative. Sure, there's the Supreme Chancellor, but he's all of the Republic now, just not Naboo, so... Anyways, I guess just see what the Queen knows, and go from
We
there.
could take a quick trip. We're kind of on call from
You can
the
use
Navy, but
You can use my shuttle, my freighter.
do you promise?
Now I don't know. Do you have a pilot?
We
We
had a
do.
very
Get lucky.
capable-
The best pilot. I point at Lucky.
You just kind of, hey.
Hey.
He's only crashed with us once.
Ah, right. That's...
Well, that was out of his hands.
Technically, he was shot
Blown
down.
That
Not
was...
his fault.
Yes.
You know.
If you promise to bring it back, and I have to be honest, it just had an overhaul and a lot of the weapons are currently not working, so if you get into a scrap, you will have to run.
Alright. Fair.
All
No
right.
scraps. No scraps, I promise.
Too
Okay.
far into Republic space for a scrap to happen like that.
Indeed.
That's
Unless the
what,
separatists are bold.
that's what you think.
Yes, I was
It's
going to say,
hard.
unless the scrap finds us.
It's best to be cautious, either way.
Of course.
We can talk to Jamilia.
Yes.
Let's see what else I can pull.
And she kind of thinks for a moment. If that doesn't gain you any insights, sorry, I have to look through my notes. Speak with Shinna. Make a trip to Kadara, and with my ship, it should take you 25 minutes. And speak with Shinna and see if those factories are still shut down or whatever. But you know, Shinna used to be one of the handmaidens for Padme. She's kind of like a mayoral figure of Kadara, which is a sister city to Theed. A lot of powerful women in Naboo is what I'm saying.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Padme gave all her handmaidens jobs. Like, I'm getting my bitches up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The whole gang. Set for life.
We love to see it.
In Kadara? Is it?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But that's all I have.
We can do that. I'll let you know if we find anything. Or if we get anywhere.
Alright.
I've got names I can use too. Well, we'll see what's going on.
How long is it from here to Naboo?
With a fast... Are you asking that? You're not asking that character. You were using an accent.
No.
With that ship, which it is the Nabooian like class.
Is it the shiny
cruiser.
one?
Yeah, the shiny one, the
Yes.
chrome one.
Oh, shiny and chrome.
Roughly about to the mid room, like 2 days, we'll call it.
All right.
Laura was like, You will let me drive your Porsche?
I get the keys
I
to
can
the
take, I can
car.
take, I can
I
take
get
it
the
for a
corporate car
spin.
today.
Can take it for a
I don't
spin.
see. Representatives don't get their own cruiser, man. Shit.
Nope.
Which,
Captain,
but
do
you'll
you
remember
think
the
if
ship was
days?
the ship was blown up at the beginning of episode 2. That's why it has been, you know,
Prepared.
repaired,
Yeah.
and some of the weapons are still malfunctioned.
Captain,
Um,
do you think we can spare a few days, or should we stay on call, ready to go from here?
I mean, I don't really see a problem with it.
You and I, Captain, have direct contact with both the Jedi and at the Admiralty, so
Yeah, I
we'll
was
get
gonna reach out to
instant
my
communication
admiral.
if
I
anything
just
happens.
sworn you said we'd be autonomous anyway.
That is true.
We're extra governmental, not entirely autonomous.
Are you worried about
Important distinctions.
your commanding officers ordering you otherwise?
No, I don't think I'm worried. I'm sure they'll
Definitely not.
understand.
Alright.
Definitely not my officers.
We just tell them after the fact.
Well, I'm not entirely sure that's how that works.
But I think we can spare it, at least from my Jedi perspective.
Yeah, of course, this is this is important, right?
Alright, well, I appreciate this, Solara, and the rest of you for helping her. I know it's in good hands.
Always.
We appreciate the faith.
Oh, I was speaking to her. I don't know any of you.
Come on, we rescued you like
Alright,
3
let's just
times.
go.
I was a joke.
We literally
yes, I
saved
know.
your life.
They did.
I was joking. That was... It's hard to tell because I'm a politician. I shouldn't make those kinds of jokes. I apologize.
You just sound very serious all the time.
Oh, me? Okay, maybe a little.
Alright. What are you going to do up to?
Thought about going down to, you know, the local medical center and maybe helping out, you know, volunteering.
Say hi to
Let me know if
Obi
you
and Anakin
need a
when
hand.
we go there.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yes. Of course.
Alright, well, I feel like we've taken up enough of your time, and this is only getting weirder for everybody. We should
I
all
agree.
go, probably.
I
Thank you,
agree.
ma'am. Very much.
Thank you,
Alright,
Captain.
everybody out.
Alright.
She's so
Be
bad at
safe,
hiding it.
Senator. Just please
Uh,
don't get into trouble again while we're gone.
Yeah, she kind of like ushers you guys out, like closing her office behind her.
Rissa, Rissa, you know Anakin would save her. I put an arm around Rissa as we walk out. I say that out loud.
Yes, but when is it that you have the chance of saying something like that to a senator?
True.
As you guys step out, you do hear like there's like this bit of like kind of frenzied energy in like this section of the Senate building. You see like a few people kind of like milling about, like kind of, you know, doing that, yo, what's going on over there kind of thing. And you see breaking through the crowd is the Supreme Chancellor, Sheev Palpatine.
You don't know that. Get him
Get
now!
his
Let's
ass.
finish this now! We had a vision from the Force! Can stop
Uh,
everything from happening!
Making his way through.
Blast him!
He walks forward a few steps and then kind of sees all of you standing there and kind of catches Padme's eye, just gives a soft smile. Senator Amidala, I was coming to see you. I was hoping we could still have that meeting we spoke about. And who are all these people, I wonder?
Dawn Squadron. Supreme Chancellor, Dawn Squadron.
I'll introduce myself.
Junior representative.
Of course.
Jedi Knight Devlin Farr. Pleasure to meet you, Supreme Chancellor.
Jedi Knight. Curious. Are you aiding in the war efforts?
Well, yeah,
Apparently.
we won't take up too much of your time. We better be off. Padme?
Right this way, Chancellor. She just very awkwardly backs up and walks into her office.
So
And you
crazy to
guys-
me, out of character, that he gives off the complete vibe of just a politician. No force signature at all.
Nope.
Zero. Man, what a master.
What a master.
A master.
Damn, he's so cool.
The most powerful Sith in the universe. And I can't sense him at all, 5 feet from me. Disgusting.
You guys make your way out of the Senate building.
Mm-hmm.
Where you heading?
You got the
Oh, no,
Porsche?
Padme Parker.
Yeah.
Wait for the ship, yeah?
That would be
Yeah,
the
love the rush.
local starport here near the Senate building, where you guys had landed previously from the victory.
Nate, should we inform our superiors
Yeah, I
where
was
we're
gonna
going,
give
just in
them
case?
a call. Let them know. Well, maybe I
Yeah.
shoot him a message. I'm sure it ain't that important.
Yeah. I'll leave a message for the Grandmaster. Just to let him know. We're going here, probably doing some good. If anything happens, just send us a call. A hollow call. That's it.
You sending that to who?
To Yoda!
He's
The
texting
wrinkly
Yoda.
boy.
Does Yoda also use emojis? You have 15 seconds to decide.
No.
Now.
No, he does not.
No, he
Please.
does not.
Please.
Yoda's my connection to Yoda. It's a private chat. It's very like
You use Facebook Messenger
formal.
with Yoda.
It's very formal.
Yeah.
Yes.
Here's
There's
Facebook
nothing.
message, exactly.
What about the text?
He's an old man.
Yoda.
No,
Yoda
yeah,
told me-
exactly.
Old man like
Yeah.
Facebook. Yeah.
Does Yoda
Yoda
XP?
Yeah, like
No.
colon parentheses smiley face. Come on.
Yoda definitely his grammar is like he talks, but it's perfect. It's perfect
Incredible.
grammar. Yeah,
Most of the time, he leaves Devlin unread.
most of the time. He's a very busy man.
He's
At
a
least
busy
he read
man.
it.
Yeah.
At least he looked at it. It didn't let me on delivered or where the fuck.
Like he knows Devlin's safe. That's all that matters. He's like, all right, good.
Yeah. I'll take read over ignored.
Yo, felt
Completely.
that. Fucking yeah. Yoda's like, all right, he's safe.
Word.
Good. Nate, are you doing anything with your?
Is the Admiral chill enough that I could just send him an
No.
email? Or
No.
do I have to call him?
You have to call
Admiral Coburn is a nice man. He is a good man, but he is a military man.
Yeah.
He probably doesn't even have texting on his holocom.
He's not as fucking.
I didn't say text.
functionary.
I said email. There's
Oh,
a specific difference.
An email. Yeah, you can email him, sure. Yeah, it has to be like super
Super professional, like
Yeah.
very well typed, like MLA
Formatted.
formatted this fucking
You
email.
gotta
Yeah.
have your
okay.
signature
need-
with your rank and your
Yeah.
pips at the end of
Yeah,
it.
Exactly.
Your serial number, everything, all of
Yeah.
it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I will just call. Nate types out an email and is like, and then he sits there in the like anxious like hold, like, what if he gets mad at me? And then he just calls.
I felt that.
Yeah,
That's
you
too real.
you immediately hear the brusque voice of Admiral Coburn to the side. Captain.
Hi there, Admiral. I was just requesting permission for my team and I to do an off-planet mission to Naboo in the care of Miss Senator Amidala.
Miss Senator Amidala.
It should only take us a couple of days round trip.
Miss Senator.
Captain, did you read the information I sent you on how your squad works?
I did, sir.
And why are you calling me?
Because I was told that we were on shore leave waiting for further orders. I didn't understand that I didn't know we could just.
You're autonomous, Captain. waiting for further orders just means until we have something for you to do. If you have something to do, you can do it.
Excellent. All right. Well, I'll be
You-
going then, Admiral.
Are you all right? Have you
Yeah, of
spoken with Aubrey?
I have, sir.
Your grandfather?
Yes.
Good.
Yes.
Have you eating your greens? Are you eating your greens?
All right then, Captain.
Yes,
I
thank you.
appreciate the update, and reports are still mandatory, but
Of course.
you are in charge of that group of people, so
Right. Yes, sir. I understand.
do you?
Right. Well.
You do
yes.
understand that you are in charge.
Yes, sir.
Captain, say I'm in charge.
I am.
He's teaching you affirmations.
I'm in charge.
All right. Good luck, Captain. I look forward to your report on whatever it is you're doing. Dismissed.
Thank you, man. Thank you, Admiral. All right. Yeah, I the phone. Oh my god.
He'll see that.
I'm the captain. I'm the captain.
It depends if he's.
I'm in charge. I'm in charge.
I am fostering a democratic environment. I'm fostering a democratic environment.
Oh my god.
It depends if Nate called the Admiral in line sight of all of you.
No, he's a creature of shame. He goes to find a
Yeah.
corner to go do this.
This
Whether
probably
you
happens
follow
in-
him or not.
This
but,
probably
you know.
happens in like the hangar while we wait for
Yeah.
the ship to get ready.
Yeah,
and stuff
exactly.
like
They're
that.
pulling the car around and he's standing in the corner like, hey
Yeah.
Dad, I'm gonna be out a little late.
Hey, Dad.
Do you mind?
That's incredible. Holy shit. Epic. Zolar, you
Alright, I
also
think we're good.
receive a message on your holocom
Mhm.
from Padme.
Okay.
It
What's
just
it
says
say?
it just says sorry.
She'll send back. Good luck. You're gonna need it.
The ship is pulled around and fueled, and you do see it does show signs of metal plating, Durasteel that has been replaced or, buffeted, buffered.
Buffed out the scratches.
I just keep getting all my fucking words mixed up. Most of it is fairly intact, but you do see obvious holes in certain places. Obviously they've been sealed, but where weapons and turbo lasers would be, they're just missing. But the
Tiny
ship is relinquished to your squadron, Captain.
Are all Naboo ships this shiny?
All the newer ones, yes.
Oh, I like it.
It's
That's fine.
style over substance. A lot of the time.
Kind of like your
That's-
shoes.
God damn.
I wouldn't say that exactly, but hope I don't
No,
keep
those-
you bit.
Oh,
Those
those shoes are
definitely
plenty
have-
functional, Miss Sharissa.
Yes, those definitely have substance. I'm afraid if you step on someone.
We have all the supplies we need.
I guess.
Do we?
The the ship should have food, right? So
Right, yeah, I'm sure. Anybody
as we
need to
have our
stop anywhere
weapons.
before we head out? Yeah, weapons, right?
And even if we didn't, we don't have a lot of money. So
No, I just meant if you brought your, action clothes.
oh, I'm wearing those.
I'm always wearing them.
Zalara? Ms. Zalara, do you have your Your action clothes. Oh.
She's getting a text. Both her and Solar.
Yeah, exactly. She's frantically texting in her politician group chat.
What was the question? I'm
Legislation.
sorry. People
The
saying
doc asked if everybody had their action clothes.
Oh, don't you worry. I'm actioning in any clothes.
Perfect.
Good.
Right then, everybody on, I suppose.
Let's
Yes.
get to it.
Aye, Captain.
She's on the line basically to the Queen's PA, being like, "Can I get a meeting?
Yeah, when he arranged to speak.
Like, sit down with the Queen." This
I knew
is
her.
channels we have to go through.
I knew her. I grew up with her.
Yeah, exactly.
The ex-Queen. Ex-Queen says it's all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you knew Queen Jamilia. You probably voted for her. She's a good sort.
Yeah,
Because they vote for
Queens.
royalty.
To vote for the
and,
monarchy, which is
The elected monarchy.
You know, that's something. Just George Lucas painting himself in a corner. He's like, why was she called a princess? Oh, you know, let's make her mom a queen.
That's
So
bad. Let's make him democratic. You
Yeah.
know? That's his thought
but
process.
monarchy, icky. Elected monarchy, easy. Anyways, yeah, you easily with Padme's own messages and request to the current Queen of Naboo, you easily have a meeting set up in the coming days once you reach the planet. You guys get on board this chrome vessel, or unbeknownst to you all, R2-D2 gained his famous fame, I guess.
Famous fame.
Famous fame. I cannot do words today. I'm really bad at words.
All good. buddy.
It's rough out here, Chief. And where Anakin and Obi-Wan met for the first time, which is fun.
Yep.
I guess Solar knew that because she was a handmaiden to Padme, but whatever. Anything you guys wish to do on the ship? Lucky immediately heads to the cockpit, gets her fired up and ready.
Instantly.
Yeah, this doesn't have any like. It is style over function. It doesn't have a lot of like. I'm imagining the living area is like comfortable as fuck.
Yeah. It's
I'm
a
gonna check the
cruiser,
kitchen.
not a warship. You know what I mean? Like, yeah.
Yeah. All right.
See what kind of food. is
yeah,
in there.
right.
Yeah,
Yep.
we don't want to be eating rations.
Get those first class snacks.
What?
What's
Wow.
the
Kitchen.
food sitch? What's
food
the food
sit?
situation?
Food. Yeah, there's food. Yep.
Good
Good
food.
Bad food. What kind of food?
Delicious food. So
Yay.
so yummy.
Delicious.
Okay.
Nabooian cuisine, for sure.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Prepared or
bugs.
to prepare? Because very important things.
Catering.
Catering. No, you have to prepare it. Yeah, it's not like there's not cooked food on the ship because that would perish. So
I'll look at Nate and say, "Hey, Nate, I think we could. Well, you could make good things out of this. I will
I'm
help you chop as usual if you want me to."
Thank you, Miss Sharissa. I appreciate it.
Okay, Mr. Nate.
Right.
fucking face.
Nobody ever hits him back with it.
He's
It just took him
stunned.
off guard. He's like, wow. Is that what I said?
And she gives him like a very normal smile.
Mhm.
Right. He does the sort of like hovering thing where he makes sure everybody's like settled.
Yeah.
And then yeah.
Mm.
I'll stick around. Is there a cockpit?
Yeah, that's
is
where
there a
Lucky
co-pilot
is.
seat? A co-pilot seat. I meant.
Absolutely.
I'll sit there, just in case,
Yeah.
just to give my boy some help if anything happens, because I have proficiency in piloting. So
Yeah, so is he.
Oh, okay.
Are the yeah, I just don't want him to. If he needs advantage.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
You're saying
When he needs advantage, yeah.
you mean
If it needs
when-
advantage to run from things.
Tim always needs advantage.
Yeah.
Remember, you have
And
two
if
player
the-
inspirations
and
as well.
if there's
Just
a
one.
third co-pilot seat, anybody else can take it. Honestly, triple advantage. That's what Lucky needs.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's,
true. Like-
there's, if I can remember correctly, there's like 5 seats in the cockpit.
I
There's
mean-
one for the pilot, one for the co-pilot, and like I think a navigator seat.
How
and
many
some
of us?
other...
How many of us have piloting proficiency?
I
have it.
do.
I do.
I
I do.
God damn.
Anybody can
fuck
sit up
y'all.
here.
No
I'm
shit.
not.
help
I'm
her
just
boy.
going to go around looking at the ship.
I have pretty good piloting. I have +6.
I've got.
Get
Seven.
on the other seat, bitch.
I mean, mine's not even. I don't have proficiency, but it's not bad because it's int. You know. Like,
Yep.
freaking-
Mine's
Yeah.
only +1 because of proficiency. So
Plus the doc.
Hey, can you stop stepping on my keyboard, please? Thank you.
Plus
Doc, you
7.
want to sit in the other seat?
Jesus,
Ardenians are good pilots. What can I say?
They are.
they have so many hands.
Look at all these hands.
The hands.
I'll be up there with Lucky just in case.
Zalara will be trying to arrange a meeting for when we land. She'll use all the names at her disposal if she has to.
Well, meetings. Yeah, you easily arrange a meeting, as I said earlier, especially with Padme's help, because this is like. Originally Padme was probably like, well, I'll just go, and started making plans, and then she was like, but Anakin's still in the hospital, so maybe never mind. And then she called you.
How
Good
far
Lord.
is the trip?
2 days.
days.
2 days? Okay, then
Yeah.
Union is not going to be in the cockpit seat with him. He's going to be working on the Daedalus. Tinkering.
Okay.
Excellent.
There's also
Oh.
an engine room. I bet.
There is.
Oh, if
there's-
things go wrong, trust me, I'll be going to the engine room or something.
Oh,
but
yeah,
right
yeah,
now,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
like, everything going smoothly, I'm going to go install a headlight to the Daedalus.
Fuck yeah. Why not?
Install a headlight. Yeah. Anything else
Let's go.
you guys wish to do?
How is Lucky doing?
What
In
do you mean?
terms of like, he's still very much, he's fresh out the batch essentially, right? So I kind of want him. I'm gonna ask him. So Lucky, have you
Yeah.
thought about what we talked about? The day I told you not to be so formal with the captain.
Oh, yeah. I feel like I've been doing a pretty good job, right? With that?
Yeah, completely.
I haven't asked about orders all
that's-
day, you know?
I'm very impressed. Honestly, very.
Thanks. I'll try.
Yes. There's also, remember this. This might be a Jedi's perspective on things, but my master taught me that we are all luminous beings in the Force. Even you, even Union. To me, you all shine brightly in the Force. You want property, is what I'm trying to get at.
Well, are you sure?
I'm positive. You're a living being with your own free will and thoughts. And the force flows through you just as it flows through me. That alone makes you wonderful in the eyes of the universe.
Huh.
No need to call yourself property.
Well, I don't call my, we don't call ourselves property. We're called, like, this ship was made, and it's property, right? So,
Yes.
we were
The
made
ship isn't.
like a ship. We're kind of made like a droid in a factory. Kind of.
And while that may have been the way you started out life, your life is how you make it. Because you aren't like this ship. You aren't piloted. You aren't driven from one point to the other. You make your own choices.
Well, with all due respect, Master Jedi, I think just because I'm flesh and blood like you, I think we're kind of different, you know? I don't think our paths are gonna go the same way.
No, definitely not. Everyone's paths is different in life.
You might have free will, but we have certain directives, so that's kind of that, you know? Programming, like droids, so it's not bad. It's not, you know, I have my brothers, and Kamino is nice, kind of rainy, kind of wet, but
Is
You
it
know,
in
we-
your directives to give? Is it in your directives to give yourselves names?
well, no, I guess not. Not really.
Sounds like free will to me.
I mean, droids name themselves too.
Based off their serial numbers, mostly. Union's name is literally a portmanteau of his serial. UN 1N.
Well, I mean, can't argue with that.
Just give it some thought. I'm not here to. I just want to be a shoulder for anyone that needs any type of advice. I've seen a lot in my life, so
Yeah, I mean, I was born a soldier, probably gonna die a soldier, you know? It's just, that's my role in life. And I'm alright with that. That's not a big deal. Soldiers are heroes.
yeah. And you'll be a damn good one.
I'm gonna try.
And Dev is just gonna just focus on the view screen and the ship systems. He doesn't understand half of it. He only understands the flying part. Yeah.
And
that's
every
it.
now and then, Sharissa would bring Dev food because she knows he will forget.
Yes.
Incredible.
So she, like, when it's dinner time, she's gonna bring him a plate or, you know, snack and make sure he has drank enough water.
My Bamfa milk and cookies. Yeah. I need it.
Yes, your Banfa milk and cookies.
Yeah. I'll take it.
Yep.
Incredible.
First you dunk it, then you twist it, then you lick it.
Yeah, you do.
That's the most racy bop it version I've ever heard.
Oh no.
And that's how the Oreos go, you guys.
Wait, you dunk and then you. What if it's all mushy when you're trying to twist?
That's how the
It-
Oreo advertisement goes.
You're
Don't blame me.
you're either a twist and lick or you're a dunker, and I don't think those two should meet.
I think you could be both a twist and a lick and a dunker.
You're kidding. You psychos don't
That
just
is-
eat them like regular cookies? What the fuck is wrong with you guys?
It's
You-
Milk's favorite cookie, bro.
You break it?
Milk was literally invented for the Oreo. What is wrong with you?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Disgraceful.
I might have gotten the order wrong, but that's the Oreo commercial.
I love the idea that cows were fucking biogenetically made.
Made
to
because
The
of
Oreo tastes
Oreo.
better.
Yeah.
Mm,
Yeah.
delicious.
Makes Oreo taste good.
Yeah, that's a conspiracy theory that Quinlan Boss would believe in.
For real.
Listen, Dev, alright?
Hey, cows? They were
They're-
biogenetic.
They were fucking created for Oreo, for Big Oreo. You gotta think,
We have been
man.
lied. We've been lied this whole time. It's all
I'm going to
corporate
kill
shit.
myself.
You gotta think.
Use your brain.
Cut off
I
cut
cannot
off
do
the
that.
cut off the lamestream media and think for a second.
Holy fuck.
Live stream. I'm done. It's too much.
Anyways. So
Let's be honest. If Alex Jones was in Star Wars, he'd be a basilisk. We're gonna say that, right?
he's a
Like,
basilisk.
easily.
He'd be a
Sure, yeah.
Toydarian, bro. He'd be a Toydarian.
Oh, okay, sure.
Alex Jones would be a Toydarian. I want to say Alex Jones would be a Gungan, but Gungan's too good for him.
Yeah.
Anyways, so
Oh my god.
as you guys
What are we
continue your
I don't even
journey
know anymore.
towards the planet of Naboo, we're gonna take a quick break because we clearly need it.
My head
God,
hurts
so
from laughing
badly.
too much.
Yeah.
It's first you
Milk was
twist it,
invented
then
for the
you
Oreo.
link
Really
it,
took
then
me
you
out.
dunk it. That's the right
No, you're fine. Are we back? Yes. Yes, we are. Awesome.
Mhm.
All right. So, picking up before the break, you guys are aboard Padme's personal starship, heading to Naboo at her request to meet with Queen Jamilia as the Black Suns seem to be smuggling spice or potentially something within the spice onto Naboo for possible nefarious reasons. A meeting has been set up. You guys are just on the ship in hyperspace currently. There's nothing else you guys wish to do while on the ship. We can just fast forward straight to Naboo.
Very
I
good.
think I'm all good personally.
Yeah.
All right. Excellent. Did I forget to? Yep, sure did. Awesome. Well, 1 second while I remember to do something I forgot. I'm so good at this.
No,
Incredible.
you're all good.
Kidding. Okay. Don't make fun of me. I'm fragile.
Is that the boy?
I'm just a small lad. Sorry, guys.
No problem, buddy.
No, you're all good. Sorry, I'm reading something.
You ever get so caught up in the finer details of things that you just forget, to do just the
Yes.
just the basics?
All the
Yes.
time. Literally
Mhm.
all the time.
Alright, good. It's not just me then.
All the time.
One time I went grocery shopping and I was gonna make this like very fancy sauce to go on top of this chicken, right? It's gonna be like a plum sauce. It was gonna be very good. So I got all the sides and all the stuff. I get home, I start cooking.
Forgot the
I forgot
sauce.
the actual chicken.
Oh,
Everything to go on
No.
top of it, got it.
Not the chicken.
Not the chicken. Kind of the bulk of the dish.
Yeah, right.
Kind of hard to do everything else without it. It's kind of pointless. So yeah, sometimes you're like, ooh, I gotta get this one very difficult, like, cool thing, like, done. And I forget all the regular stuff.
God. I forgot the rest.
Well, my sister once went to class without her backpack and her books and anything.
Oh, been there.
Yeah, I've done that before.
yeah. This is literally all I wanted to do. Just, I wanted to have Naboo as a planet.
It's all good. Worth it.
Yay! Oh, it's
but-
blue,
but
not
I
the D or green. It's
yeah,
green.
it's
Damn it.
It's a pretty
It's
one.
blue
It's an Earth
green.
planet.
It's Earth-like.
Earth-like planet.
Yeah.
Mhm. Honestly, too pretty.
Yes. Agreed.
With a very silly name.
Naboo?
Yes.
Everything's silly in Star
I mean,
Wars.
Earth is
Have you not
a
noticed?
silly name if you've never heard it. You know?
But it's not like Naboo, boo, boo, like that's what I think about when I hear the name.
You know?
Incredible.
Makes me want to
Showstopper.
boo it.
I can't argue with that. Pop off.
Anywho.
Anywho. Incredible. So, as you guys drop out of hyperspace, Nate, if you're not in the cockpit, you just hear over the internal ship comms. Captain, we've reached Naboo. Be about an hour before we get past the atmosphere.
All right. Thank you very much. Everybody, y'all should make sure you're ready to depart. You and he'll turn to Zalara. You're gonna be doing like all the talking, right? We just need to stay in here.
Oh, of course not. You're the captain. You're leading this mission, you know.
Right, but this is your whole.
I've got it. Don't you worry.
Right. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No, you're
Like to
fine.
think Nate had an actual panic attack.
Yes.
Yes.
I can't talk to a queen. I'm gonna
Just a dude.
die.
What doesn't comb his hair?
He tries.
Yes.
He
I'll take care of it.
cries.
Don't you worry. And she's pretty down to earth, so don't
Right.
worry.
Good. Just making sure.
Down to Naboo.
Down to Naboo. Yes.
I think Earth is like the
grounded.
soil.
She's grounded.
She's grounded.
Earth without a capital E.
Yeah,
Is
yeah,
the
yeah,
soil.
like dirt.
Yeah.
Down to dirt.
Yeah, good thought.
Yeah, she's down to dirt. All right.
Wow.
Hey, that's
Hell
a
yeah.
relationship I
That
cannot
kinda
vouch for.
changes things.
Goddamn. You guys ever watch that guy on TikTok who's just like, all right, and then like something wild happens? He's like, what? No,
No,
you
but
never
I-
seen him. You gotta look
No,
him
but
Where
up.
I
do
need him
TikTok
now.
him?
He is the
That is the most-
greatest. Oh, he's so good.
That's the most zoomer sentence you've ever said to me.
He's just
Never watched it, I was like, huh?
he's like this. He's just yoked out, fucking like what you would imagine like a millionaire rancher would look like, and he reacts to TikToks and like he's just like all right, like something like it goes wild because it's a TikTok, and then he's just like what? It's just
Incredible.
like it's such a
So
simple
good.
format, but it fucking murders me.
Holy shit.
And he looks really great in a cowboy hat. Anyways, moving on.
Anyway.
You guys make your way down to Naboo.
Yeah.
Feed, in fact, towards where the palace is. And as you're descending, those who are near, a transparent steel window or in the cockpit, see that Naboo is vastly different than Coruscant. Whereas Coruscant is just one massive city, essentially. Naboo is more serene, it's more beautiful. You see a vast ocean, you see forests, you see mountains and different cities. You see like actual, roads or pathways, as it were, in separate places. The cities themselves, you can see even from like just breaking through the clouds. You can see, the capital Theed off in the distance, with all of its beautiful splendor. Its architecture of this almost kind of terracotta-colored stonework with these teal and like seafoam green domed roofs and tiles. You can see, vast swamplands off in the distance as well, where a number of the Gungan race come from. It is beautiful, especially to those who have never been to this kind of place. And a little, like, wow. So this is what breeds just the most ridiculously powerful women and politicians.
Ever.
Yeah.
A bunch of waterfalls.
Yeah. As the ship kind of dives down and over these massive, beautiful, almost like a mix between pine trees and redwoods. You see the tops of them like faintly shifting as the ship flies overhead. Those in the cockpit immediately begin to hear boop 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 as Lucky kind of looks around and like begins to flick some switches, and she goes, yeah, okay, pushes the comm on. Captain, people might want to start buckling in. Looks like we have some, and you just feel the ship kind of shake and shudder for a second as something hits the shields on the outside of it.
Oh.
You all hear this as the shields take the blunt of the blow, and you feel the back of it kind of shudder. No damage to the actual ship itself, but something is attacking you.
Is someone shooting us here on Naboo?
What the?
Well, remember
Yeah.
when he said something with trouble will find us instead of us finding trouble? I will
haven't
shut
Of
up
course
the
they will.
next time.
Everybody buckle in, and he's gonna start beelining towards the cockpit. Not that he knows.
Yeah.
what
Zalara
to do.
also is beelining towards the cockpit because she's pissed.
As you
What
guys
the
are,
fuck?
as you guys begin to beeline towards the cockpit, you begin to see these small-ish turbo laser beams just flash past the cockpit, and as Lucky kind of taps on the control console and brings up like a rear display, you see what looks like just 6 tri-fighters, like the droid fighters, just firing at the back of your ship.
Separatists.
Could be. But you see
Uh.
the shields flickering. Like, they're not being able to penetrate the shields because they are very powerful, but...
Union's going to go over our comm link and say,
Do we have guns on this ship? Sorry, blasters on this ship?
Do you have any weapons at all?
No.
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 Oh,
All
that's
right, we
not
have-
good.
So this is like weird for them to be in like very like Republic controlled space, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, I was like, wait a minute, what?
We might want to maneuver our way down to the planet. We can't fight back. We have to outrun them.
Yeah.
Captain, I can try and make our way into the trees.
Yeah, sure. As we gotta get out of their eye line, we can't fight back against them, especially not in the air.
Alright. Lucky's gonna try and,
Evasive
Evasive
maneuvers.
maneuvers.
That shit,
Evasive
baby.
Evasive
maneuvers.
he's
maneuvers.
gonna try and make
I'll
a
help
piloting
him.
check. Yeah, you
You
will.
can get them to shoot
You-
each other. That'd also be great.
Yeah, Union's going to, if
Thank
possible,
fuck.
while he's evasive maneuvering, run to the engine room to help possibly in a bit.
Okay. Yeah, like you watch as the ship immediately dives down into the massive tall trees, and you watch as Lucky begins to weave this not small vessel in between this like dense, basically swamp jungle like forest type area. You see, you hear like this very muted kind of sound, and you see on the rear display one of the ships dived with you guys and impacted a tree and just exploded.
Oh,
Are we close enough to Theed for like short range communication?
You're like, if you were by vessel, you're about 30 minutes from Theed, so you could be, yeah.
Okay. Zalara wants to get on the comm and call like, I don't know, Theed security for us.
Okay.
Like, call cops, man. We're being
Okay.
attacked.
You go ahead and call the essentially the ground control tower for the palace. And as you call out, you just like listen back, and it's just static.
What the hell?
What?
They're jamming us.
No answer. Either they're jamming us, or there's nobody on the other line, and something's
Yeah.
happening in the palace.
Yeah.
Regardless, we have to get to the palace. So now we need to get down there.
Alright,
Should I put us down and we walk, Captain?
Get us as close as you can, and then yeah. Have we ditched the other ones up top? Are they still firing on us?
He flicks a few things and kind of opens up all of the sensor arrays and kind of begins to look around. Jungle's a bit dense, but looks like we might have.
All right. Take it slow and steady. Put us as close as you can, and then we'll book it the rest of the way.
All right.
What is Seppi's doing here?
That's exactly what I want to know.
You think there's trouble in the palace?
I can't imagine these came out of nowhere.
Miss Senator did say that she thought it was odd that Queen Jamila hadn't realized something was going on.
She could have been in trouble. Maybe hostage?
Is
There's
there
a chance she's in
any
trouble. There's a chance
is
that-
there any possibility that her room would be bugged and someone would be listening to our conversation and warn them?
Miss
The
Patrick?
senators.
Yes.
It's always possible.
Because it's incredibly
She rubs
convenient.
feathers the wrong way. She's very outspoken. We all are.
Mm-hmm. Well, we won't know the why, just speculating. Let's get to that palace.
Get to the palace.
All right.
Lucky, have you managed to hide us well?
I think he's stepped away. We seem to have lost them from the top, though. Now it's just about putting us as close as we can, diving through the trees before we have to
Sorry about that.
walk. Because he said we're 30 minutes away by ship.
Yeah, so, you're about a 2-hour-ish walk, on foot.
Got it.
But yeah, he just goes, let me try and find a place to put us down safely. There's a small bit of rock up ahead, looks like. I'll aim for that.
Sure.
That's
That
good.
works.
I don't want this ship to get sucked into the swamp,
I understand.
Definitely not.
Not aboard.
You do watch as he kind of takes it down. You hear a faint kind of as trees scrape against the shields as the shield just protects it.
Ooh.
And you hear Lucky kind of curse under his breath as he kind of slowly shifts it in a slight kind of skewed way to circumvent the trees. God, English is so hard for me today. And then slowly lands the ship on this small bit of bedrock. Immediately you can hear very muted and muffled rushing water somewhere close to you as the ship is just gently placed down. You see out the canopy of the cockpit itself, out of the viewport, just trees and foliage and a few bit of birds and wildlife kind of get spooked off and fly away.
Alright.
Well, that's the best I can do, Captain.
Good job. It's alright. Let's get going quickly.
Can't believe I had to tell Senator Amidala that her repaired ship got scratched again.
Well,
Sorry
hopefully
about
the
that.
kids will
Well,
take
it's
care
not
of
your
them.
fault. You did your best to take us to safety.
Before we get off, I just want to talk a little bit, and she'll kind of go into a little spiel about the terrain around here and the best way kind of into the city and to the palace. And use my sage advice.
Yo, let's go.
Ooh, let's go.
Let's go with stealth. Who's not proficient?
Uh,
Yeah.
I am
We'll
not.
get, well, okay, we'll give
only
it to
Union, yeah.
Union. I'm gonna give it to Devlin.
No, I am proficient. I just
But you
Wait.
have
plus training.
disadvantage.
I
Yeah.
have
But then,
disadvantage.
okay, but then I can also give you. But that also gives you a +4.
Yes, it does.
Okay.
Or no, is it? I have Master Advices for Sage Advice.
Okay, yeah. So Sage Advice and Master's Advice are always going to be combined. A Master's Advice is just
Right.
a plus. If they're not already proficient, so yeah, if you're already proficient, you just get a +4.
Okay.
Got it.
If you're not already proficient, you get a +6.
Got it.
Okay, that makes sense.
So you still get a
'Cause it
+4.
gives you the
So
proficiency. Yeah.
yeah, it gives you the proficiency. Massive advice would be a +4. So 4 for Devlin, Union. Who else is low on it?
Doc, I think.
Doc.
Oh, I have his character sheet up. What was the question? Sorry.
Is he like
How's his
super
stealth?
stealthy?
+3.
So
So
give
he
it to-
definitely he could use.
Okay. Yeah. So I'll give it to Union, Devlin, Doc, and Lucky. How about?
Bingo.
+4. Got it. I will take that gladly. Do we want to smuggle? I'm asking.
And that
Union.
is okay.
To get to this place unseen, to not get shot at by ships. Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That seems smart. Seems like a smart idea.
How long does smuggle last?
An hour.
An hour.
Mhm.
Oh, you might want to wait to get a little bit closer, probably.
Okay.
True.
Or just cast it a couple
Sweet.
times. It's up to you.
How far are we by? I guess
2
we
hours
probably
away.
can't. 2 hours away walk.
Mhm.
I can theoretically cast it twice, but God, is that brutal. I
Wait,
think
we're more. I thought we said a half
No,
hour.
not that
That was
much.
shot by
less.
ship.
Half hour by
By
ship.
ship.
Oh, okay. Then maybe this Sage Advice stays for a little bit. Because I think
I think
within
I'm
the
going to
next hour.
I think I'm gonna leave smuggle until they possibly get around us. Like if we start seeing the ships, maybe then we smuggle. You know?
True.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I will say,
Okay.
everyone make a perception check real quick as you're getting prepared.
Wow, look at that. I wasted a 19 on a perception check. Hey.
What I roll with this then? 13.
Damn. I guess I don't need to roll for the doctor. Yeah. Shariza and Union and Nate. You three hear very like muted as you are, deep within the ship. Like faint kind of vibrations, like the hovering of a ship above you.
Yeah.
And then you, Nate, and Sharissa both hear what sounds like several heavy, impactful thuds behind your ship.
I think they'd followed us.
Yeah, they come down. We should make ourselves scarce. Or get ready for a fight.
Or both.
Fair. Let's go towards the palace. If they catch us, they catch us.
So, well, because they're near, we should probably smuggle now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Since they're in there, we'll smuggle right now.
Okay. And then the Sage Advice / Master's Advice is only good for the first check.
Got it.
Okay.
Right, for this one.
Yeah, everyone go ahead and roll a stealth check with advantage.
Thank fuck. 34?
34.
Or not advantage, but with a +10, sorry.
Yeah.
It's funny how you got 34 because of all the...
23.
Yeah, I'm nowhere near this stuff.
Lucky does ask you, Nate, Captain, do you want me to come along? You want me to stay with the ship?
No, you can come along.
Oh.
I don't want you getting jumped here.
Alright. And he will also make a stealth check. 30, let's go!
Look at him.
He gets the +4. Yeah.
So 34.
Lucky does?
Yeah, I gave him the Sage Advice.
Oh,
If he
nice.
wants to use it now.
And I also get +4, so
Yeah, if you're not
25?
proficient, +6.
26 then. I mean 25 then. I think. Something like that.
22 for Doc. Alright.
28 for Doc.
28?
Yeah,
Mhm.
Is
he
he
got the
proficient?
stage advice.
Is he proficient? I don't think so.
Then
Okay, yeah. So 28.
even more. 20, 30.
No, I counted that in because he said
Okay.
22.
Yeah.
Okay.
So 20 plus 6.
Awesome. I'm so glad you're back because your character is very complicated.
Sorry.
Oh my god.
She's doing 2 features at once. I get
Yeah.
it. I understand it. The sage
Um,
advice
It's
gives you
like-
proficiency, and the master's advice gives you +4. I get it.
Yeah.
yeah.
It's just like an addition onto that. So yeah.
Incredible. With that, you guys exit the ship. As you exit the ship, which it does have a side loading ramp as well as a rear one, assuming you're using the side one given the fact that you heard the thuds in the back of the ship, it kind of slowly lowers down and you hear it kind of slightly kind of, squelch in like soft soil, like just this wet, swampy soil. And immediately, especially like Devlin, Nate. No, just Devlin and Nate. They have the highest passive perceptions. Immediately, you see behind the ship, slowly approaching it, is what looks like 5 B1 units flanking a bubbled droidica.
A what?
These
A
bitches.
droidica. It's
A
like
droidica.
like a ball. That's a
Roly-poly
droid.
guys?
Yeah, it's a
Oh.
roly-poly droid.
Yep.
Okay.
Roly-poly.
Roly proly shooty moody. Dickwad.
And they're slowly approaching.
They have Tool Blaster.
The droidicals.
Where are those droidicas?
Master, destroy us.
Master, destroy us.
I hate this.
You quote that
Master.
movie all day.
Master, you are right. The negotiations were short.
That sassy motherfucker.
I watched that movie 2 days ago, and I was like, that line is terrible. But holy fuck.
I love you, McGregor. Open Kenobi.
It's amazing.
They obviously do not seem to notice you guys exit out of the side of the ship.
All right.
But
As
they
we're
are
leaving,
slowly approaching it to probably figure out if there's anyone inside of it.
yeah. Let's
We
hope
should,
they don't destroy
you know.
it. I was thinking as we're
Sorry.
leaving, it's like, let's hope they don't bomb this ship just to not leave any evidence or stuff. I'm like, oh no. Well, sorry. We'll have to find another ship out of here, I guess, if that happens.
And pay her for her Porsche.
I'm not paying every shit. I'm a Jedi. I'm poor.
I'm a Jedi. I'm poor. Incredible.
Despicable. Alright. Since I probably knew at least a little bit of the terrain, we'll sneak on towards the city.
Okay. Excellent. You guys, now you're at. It's gonna take you a little bit longer now that you're stealthing, but you do continue making your way through the forests of Naboo towards the city of Theed. Occasionally, you swear you hear some form of vessel kind of fly overhead. Faint kind of buzzing sound to it. It's flying very low enough to where it wouldn't be picked up by planetary radar, but not so low to where it will crash into a tree like the other one did. You don't hear any other droids dropping in or anything, but you guys continue to press on. Yeah.
We didn't see a ship out in atmosphere, right? Like
No.
out of the atmosphere. As a B1, does it are these ships capable of controlling the B1s, or would they have a station somewhere if there was not a ship out of the atmosphere?
If there was no ship, or whatever, a satellite or anything. Which, just because you didn't see one doesn't mean there wasn't one. It could be in
Yeah.
geosynchronous orbit of the planet, and you just wouldn't see it.
Yeah.
But no, there could be like, a place, a station, if you will, on the planet that are controlling them as well. Something's controlling them. Those ships, the little small ones, are not powerful enough to do that.
Okay. Okay, that's what I was asking.
Mhm.
So it's
They're
either
droids
one's
in and of
out in
themselves.
orbit that's hiding, like that managed to hide from us, or there's something down here, and this is significantly more planned.
Mhm.
Correct.
Moving along.
Moving along. Yeah. You guys continue to move through the forest. And eventually, on a kind of almost open-aired frequency, a distress frequency. Anyone who has like their comm links or holocoms, I guess this would be, on and like attuned to like this sector of the galaxy, just begin to get a kind of like a distress beacon from Theed, from the palace, as you kind of grow closer to the city.
Interesting.
Seems, very, very short, communication, like within a few kilometers of the city is alright, but past that it's either blocked or maybe someone just activated the distress. You're unsure. You guys continue to press on until you break through the edge of the forest and see the city of Theed ahead of you. Immediately striking you as odd are the emptied streets, to the point where it looks like vehicles themselves, X-31 land speeders, things like that, have just been kind of abandoned and left on the street. You don't see any like signs of droids or a battle, but it almost looks like people just dropped what they were doing and kind of...
You think they were evacuated?
I don't know.
There's no sign of
I
a
don't
struggle,
like it.
from what I can see. They just up and left.
They were being evacuated. Coruscant would have heard about it.
Not unless the communications are jammed.
Whatever it is, it's bad.
I wonder what the separatists want with Naboo anyway.
How they got here. We're not exactly on the whim.
Yeah, I think their being here is more troubling than whatever they're after.
And the
And
fact
there's
that they
no,
are
we don't
trying
see
to...
any. Mhm.
Like patrols
go on.
or...
Yeah, there are no droid patrols. There are no Theed security force, officers either. Like, it looks like the city streets, from what you can tell from your current vantage point, has been, abandoned.
Can we clock where that distress signal is coming from specifically?
Well, Zolara would know it's coming from the palace.
Directly from the palace. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
We should follow
I know
that.
where we have to head.
This
You
feels,
tell us.
from experience, I want you all to know this could be a trap.
Oh, it's absolutely a trap.
The city is empty and there's a distress signal coming from where we're going. We could be getting led somewhere. So keep your head on a swivel.
Yeah,
You want to lead us anywhere?
Okay. You guys begin to make it through the emptied streets of Theed, moving under these beautiful kind of massive arches. You continue towards off in the distance, you see this like opulent and beautiful palace that pretty much none of you except for Zalara, and I guess technically Union, has seen before.
Yeah, right.
You're just like, it's good to be back. Um,
I haven't seen the palace like this since you were here.
Yeah, right.
Shit.
That's pretty funny. You continue moving through the streets. Everyone make a perception check.
Would I know, like, a back entrance, a service entrance? We're not going to, like, go up to the front gates
Whoops.
here.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah, there we go.
I
Oh,
forgot to.
unsmuggle.
Why did
I
Unsmuggle.
see
why do I still?
nothing.
Why am I rolling? I'm stupid. I keep unclicking disadvantage. Not unclicking disadvantage. Fucking. Ugh.
I see nothing at all.
You got something in your eye.
Yeah, a lot of jungle.
11, 12, 15. Wow, that's some real bad rolls. Maybe I do roll for
Mhm.
luck this time.
Yes. And for lucky.
Or we could just spend our fucking infinite inspirations. Literally.
Yeah,
No, I
I'm
don't want
gonna.
to. I only
I
have
think.
one.
I
Not
think.
of them.
I'm
I'm
gonna
out of
spend an inspiration just because I think Solar would be very, very keyed up.
Yeah.
I only have one
That's
inspiration.
better.
There we
Yay!
Look at
go.
you people.
Let's go, Zalara.
That's a good use of inspiration.
Both of you notice. Both of you notice as you're moving through the streets. What looks like, out of the corner of your eye, you just see some movement, and both of you feel, especially you, Zalara, feel as if like a door to like one of these homesteads on this street just like closed suddenly and quietly.
I think people are still in their homes.
Do you want to go talk to them?
Would there
If
be?
anything, I'd to talk to you.
Yeah. Would there be anyone nearby that I would like, a home, an office, or some kind of place that I would like know personally? Like, probably. Backstory wasn't that fleshed out. Damn it.
Never even got a document.
Don't look at me.
I'm looking at you, looking directly in your soul.
Nope.
No, it's fine. You're moving. It's all good.
Let's.
You do know. I mean, like,
Because I'm like, I could go to someone I like.
like
Yeah,
you,
someone I know personally, but
you do know. Not too far from here, in the more kind of noble-esque area is, like, the Amidala's home, like Padme's parents' house. From that
I
one
don't know if it's
deleted
worth
scene
going
of
around.
Attack of the Clones where you see her family.
yeah. The Dabaris. Should we check out that noise? Or carry on?
You think
Well,
it'll help?
I think any information will help us.
Just a local, maybe they can tell us what's happened.
Everything?
Alright, let's follow that door, go up to that door that closed.
Okay. You go up to it, and both you and Nate, with your perception checks previously, you just hear like this almost kind of air catching in someone's throat as they clearly see you approach the door, like just on the opposite side of the door. And you just feel like stop.
I'll give a little knock and kind of whisper through it. This Representatives Lauren and Ray. I mean, you no harm. Can we come in?
A persuasion check.
Fuck yeah.
Persuasion.
Yes.
Aw, sick.
Jesus.
Don't even
25.
make it.
Please, we're here to help.
You should like hushed voices on the other side, like just two different sources. like just quickly speaking to one another. And you just hear, okay, but the droid stays out there.
There's our union. Do you mind waiting?
I do not mind.
People are a little skittish, I think.
The door opens, and you see.
I'll stay out with Union, just keeping guard.
Okay.
Ding.
Yeah, Lucky also stays out there with his rifle just at the ready. Helmet on, full clone trooper. You guys enter, and you see standing there are, well-to-do, like middle-class Nabooian people wearing, the very fine, I say fine, very nice, kind of, somewhat baggy, kind of poncho-y, teal blue, grays, like just the colors of Naboo, clothing. A man and a woman, as they kind of hold the door open long enough for those who enter to enter, and then close it. See the.
We just came from Coruscant. Almost got shot out of the sky. What's happening?
Well, we don't know.
There's
was,
been no messages sent.
The alert went out from the palace that everyone should go inside. That Theed is under attack. So that's what we did. We saw some ships flying overhead that we didn't recognize, but
Can you describe them?
See, she kind of thinks for a moment.
It's all right.
They were kind of. They looked like haulers, like freighter trash ships. They dropped something near the palace and then flew off.
All right. Thank you.
We also heard
Best to stay put.
some rumblings, like explosions or something coming from that direction.
Okay. All right. We're going to get word out. Don't you fret. Best to stay in your homes.
Did you capture
Kinda
one of
looks-
those droids?
Yes, he's been with our unit for some time. He's been reprogrammed. Don't worry about him. We'll find out what's going on.
Okay. Thank you. What did you say your name was again?
Zalara Ninri. And like, Ninri being the family name of like a very. I haven't given you my document, obviously. Very wealthy, kind of older family from the Lake District. They might have heard about it, I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like the Rockefellers, like
Yeah. Basically, they have vineyards.
Yep.
Holy fuck. The Rockefellers of wine.
Yeah, she
Yeah,
kind of
exactly.
just kind of nods like. I thought that's what you said. That. Oh. Okay.
Sorry, I'm blanking about what to do.
Do we see anything out here?
Well, perception check. Those who stay outside.
Yeah, I would have stayed outside. I don't
Oh
think we're
boy,
okay.
promise. Perception somebody.
Hey, I'm
fuck,
rolling
y'all.
so
Holy
great.
shit, y'all. What the fuck,
Mm.
y'all?
You know me and dice.
No, definitely. The only thing you really notice is like, like at a few windows, like some curtains kind of being pushed to the side and like immediately dropped back. Like people obviously like now at this point notice you on the street as you're the only thing on the street. Um, and
Nothing in the skies.
nothing in the skies. Surprisingly, no ships coming or going.
Okay.
Boom.
Zalora kind of looks. Did Nate come in with her?
Yes. Sorry.
No, sorry.
Mhm.
She'll kind of look at him. I don't know if it's, kind of an aside. I don't know if it's best to go to the palace or like I'm sure there's some kind of like communication hub somewhere in the
Right.
city, or if that would be kind of centered in the palace to
That
get
would be-
word off
it-
planet.
That would be at the palace, yeah.
It would be all kind of controlled centrally.
Mhm,
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So
Okay. Our best
maybe
bet to find out
join-
what's going on, or at least get word out, would be in the
Yeah.
palace.
makes sense.
That's what we were going anyway, right?
Right.
You're
but
outside.
the-
Yes.
This is that are we all headed towards the communication center, or is some of us gonna try and see if we can't figure out who sent that distress signal?
Will it probably be coming from, broadcasted from where we need
I
to
mean,
get
they're in trouble.
out? Is that? Do we know if the SOS signal was coming from?
Could have been like a hit
like,
and run
the-
SOS signal. Like, I'm running for my life. Let me just tap this and be like, please help me.
Yeah, or just like I was thinking like, is it coming from like being like broadcast like from like the centralized like broadcasting
Mhm. Yeah.
station, or is it like a small one, like a little
It's-
ping?
No, it's being brought like it's over like an open airwave, like what's the word? Frequency.
Channel?
I just
Frequency?
I just pulled up my network. Actually, it would be more digital than radio. What the fuck am I thinking?
Yeah.
Radio.
Yeah.
It's Star Wars network. I have frequency in my notes.
Analog.
Whatever.
It's on the AM radio station. Yeah.
Yeah, network makes more sense. It's Star Wars. It would be digital, not analog. Yeah, whatever.
But like, they're weird about it sometimes.
They
Sometimes
are weird
it
about
is.
sometimes, yeah. Whatever. We're gonna go with network. I'm gonna change my notes.
Excellent.
That sounds better.
Okay.
Immediately
Um,
starts
okay.
typing.
So
Yeah.
basically, I think getting to the communication hub at the palace would be our best bet. At least
Right.
maybe there we can get word out off planets to alert Coruscant.
Everything that works. We're done here. And he'll nod to the both of the people.
Thank you for your help.
oh well, of course. Thank you. If there's anything else you ever need, please feel free to ask.
What was your name, dear?
Oh. Let me figure that out real quick.
Karen.
How
But
dare
there's like
you
a hyphen,
ask
or there's like an
people
apostrophe in it.
He's gonna go.
This is my
listen, she's in the
exposition
pub-
MP. I don't know. My name
Yeah.
is
How
Lady
dare
Exposition.
you ask it?
No, she
Just
goes,
call him Mister. It works for Nate.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Mister.
Yeah, Mister.
Mister.
My name's Miss
Mr. Sir?
Lady. No, she just goes.
Miss Lady.
name's-
Ms. Lady.
The
Ms.
name's
Madam.
Nazdra.
Madam.
What?
Nazra?
My name's Nazdra.
Nestor. Thank you so much.
Right.
Of course.
Last
me
thing we need
understand.
from y'all is for you to stay safe, so tuck up. And we'll figure this out.
Oh yes,
How
yes, sir.
How far away is Kadara,
The city.
the other city? Yeah.
Without a
We're
ship.
like 25 minutes by ship.
Yeah,
Like
it's
an hour
it's-
and a half, 2 hours by
it's a-
walking.
it's a bit of a walk. Yeah.
Okay. be
Probably
less
even,
concerned.
it would actually be a little bit longer because there are mountains that you would have to walk either around or over. So
Climb every mountain.
exactly.
Yeah.
That.
We can sound music this bitch.
That's precisely it.
All right.
So you guys head out?
Yep.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Of the Nazra estate?
Yeah.
Yeah. Heck yeah.
Deleting exposition lady and just adding Nazra as her name. You can always count on your players to ask you an NPC's name who you didn't think
Hey,
to name.
I wanna. If she fucks us over, I wanna know who to kill. I mean, I want to know who to reward for helping the
What you send my political
senator.
assassins against?
Okay.
Alright, so let's sneaky to the palace.
Alright, you guys head back out to the rest of your party.
Alright.
They were told to shelter in place by a signal from the palace, so it's all kind of centralized there. Something was dropped, and there might have been explosions in that direction as well.
Well, guess we had the good instinct of going there.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, just stay cautious. The
I
more
know,
we know about this, the more it's definitely a trap. So.
Would there be like a secret entrance that a queen and her handmaidens would know?
Roll a lore check.
Come on, genius.
Come on. Oh, didn't I roll?
Why is there...
I can use my inspiration. 23.
Yeah!
I'm out of them.
There's no music playing, and yet it's still playing music.
Well, Roll20 does that sometimes. It's very annoying. And then you have to figure out why the fuck it's playing music when it shouldn't be playing music.
I'm so confused.
Me am confused.
Do you guys still hear music?
No.
Nope.
Nope.
I'm just gonna...
Something fucky is going on.
Something fucky afoot.
Something fucky afoot. This just in. Something fucky afoot. More at 12. Why are you still playing music?
Bro, stop.
Fuck
out
it.
here.
I don't... Yeah, like, I guess that's just what is the... Oh well, here's some music for you guys.
Man said, bro, stop. Please.
Bro, please. Oh well. What was asked? I'm so sorry. Hidden entrance. Yes. You do know. On the east, kind of facing side of the main palace structure, there is a faint bit of like thick foliage and trees there. That is just a wall that opens up into a hidden secret tunnel. Yeah.
Secret tunnel. I shall lead them there.
Okay. Excellent. Let me go ahead and get stealth checks from everyone again, since you kind of stayed in place and then... Because it has been a little
No
while.
extra shit.
Is smuggle down, Tim?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, you guys have been walking for a while.
Yeah.
And we don't see any drones. I'm not gonna put it up yet, guys.
Okay, no problem.
That was the wrong, but it was the right. So wrong skill, right modifier.
Right modifier.
So,
yeah,
I guess I'll just kill myself.
I'm here thinking, should I re-roll with my inspiration and boost the average, or should we just get fucked?
No, that's a good idea. I'll spend an inspiration.
Yeah.
I've been stockpiling them. I use them like never.
Yeah, I have one.
23.
I kind of don't want to. Yeah, thank you. You raised the bar. Okay, I don't think I need to raise the bar.
Yeah.
Incredible. Beautiful. Delicious. Sexy. Don't worry, I can't roll like fucking anything. I just suck.
I'm just suck.
Stealth check for lucky. Nice. Love to see
Yeah.
it. And then the good doctor. Nice.
Damn. Okay, Mr. Doctor. Kill it.
Doctor said we out here. Okay, so with that, you guys begin to make your way in that direction, heading towards the massive palace, following Zolara's lead, and you're leading them towards the hidden entrance, right? The hidden tunnel?
Correct.
Okay. Wondrous, wondrous. Okay. As you guys kind of go underneath that final archway that leads towards the courtyard of the palace, you see speeder cars and speeder bikes just kind of littered all around. You see a couple of like patrol speeders for the like the Naboo security force, and for the first time, you see signs of battle, signs of conflict. You see a number of these security force officers just taken out. You see they're wearing the kind of burgundy and black kind of uniform of the security force. Basically what you see them wearing in episode 1. But as well as that, you see a number of droids that have also been fought and destroyed. As a matter of fact, you see 2 such droids kind of fried and blasted to bits near the entryway to the hidden tunnels.
Queen might have left.
Hmm.
I hope
Do
she
you
got
know where
out.
she would go?
Well, I know where we would have taken Padme, but I don't know if protocols have changed.
Right, well, first things first, we gotta get to these comms. Then we can try and track the queen if she's not inside the palace.
Indeed. Try and continue in, I think.
Okay. It's bothering me that I keep hearing the same like song over and over again.
Have you tried to reload?
Yeah, I'm just closing it completely out and reloading it.
Yeah.
Have you tried turning it off and turning it back on again? People, what a bunch of bastards. Alright. Hey, thief, that worked. Nope. What is happening? Why is it playing the same shit? Like, it won't even stop if I stop it. Like,
Sag.
I am baffled.
Flummoxed.
Do
you
it,
might
coward.
I am Snickledorf. What are we doing?
Snickledorf.
Then just
I like-
say something.
What?
I just sent
It's
Hazel
secret.
something.
Oh.
It's secrets. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
I also sent you too. You would appreciate.
So What are you guys doing? Sorry. I'm sure you've already told me, but I was distracted by trying to do a thing.
Comms tower. We need comms. Comms tower.
Yes, let's head on there.
And then, if we don't bump into the queen on our traipsing through the palace, we can assume she has made a departure, and then go try and find her, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be back.
We shall go see the Gungans.
Oh no.
Please?
No. Don't. Don't.
Oh, he has left us.
Limited options today.
Yes, get a free speeder bike. Enjoy.
You would steal that.
Sorry. I keep getting distracted. Interrupted is more the word I would use.
So,
Anyways. Excellent. So you guys head into the palace through this hidden tunnel. The tunnel itself, not very big. It's very tube-shaped, about 5 foot, just in diameter. Devlin and a number of the more tall folk have to bend down as you're walking through it.
Love it.
Hell yeah. It reaches a point where there is a keypad, and currently it is locked. Not only locked, the palace seems to be, from what you can tell by the keypad, in a state of lockdown.
Well, I'm sure they've changed the passwords, but should pull out her security kit. Or would this be Slicer's?
This would be security kit.
Okay.
Guidance.
Thank you. See if we can knock our way in.
Okay.
Or set off this alarm. Let's go. See what happens.
Can
See what
I
happens.
aid because I have proficiency in security kit? Can I aid her to give her advantage?
Sure.
If you try and reach your hands in there to like help,
No, she's just
get
like
out.
looking and just like try to give it an extra pair of eyes and try to move. Like, oh, don't make me. Just take the advantage. Don't complain.
Solara would not.
Okay,
She's
then.
That's fine. If the character
That's
wouldn't, the
fine.
character wouldn't.
Okay.
She's kind of touchy. What attribute am I doing? Dex? Intelligence.
This would be this would be intelligence.
Oh, it's just look at you.
26.
26, nice. Okay. Easy enough. Takes you a few seconds, but eventually, using the security kit and your, just your, kind of innate,
They keep recycling the same
knowledge.
passwords.
Swordfish.
Yeah.
It's always swordfish. Yeah, just your understanding
Use
of
lyrics
of the
to the
palace.
Naboo national anthem? Like, come on.
And everything you've learned when you lived here, easily were able to break open the lock, and the door slides open.
There we are. Everyone in?
All right.
Okay.
Going in.
Going in. Where are you going?
Let's get to that comm station.
Yeah, let's try the communication station.
If we can get that, then we might be able to
can get
contact
there.
anyone who might know where the fuck the queen is.
Mm-hmm.
Or
Or
what the fuck is going
happened.
on? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, excellent. Everyone go and roll a perception check.
We're gonna perceive. Ooh, we're not gonna
Yay!
perceive.
22.
I should remember I have guidance.
Oh, fuck.
Like Union is, because all is smart.
How just doesn't click it off? I mean,
Honestly, fair.
we'll
Super
decide if I'm allowed
fair.
to use it or not.
Okay. All right. As you begin to follow Zalora down the kind of massively wide and like very opulent, beautifully decorated hallways of the palace interior, you see the floors themselves are of a kind of immaculate, beautiful marble. You can see there are small kind of built-in alcoves within the wall itself that hold many, vases with beautiful plants, paintings, artworks. And you continue to follow her towards the main stairwell area. That just beautiful, wide, kind of angled staircase. That the railings itself are made of some sort of local wood of Naboo that has been polished to a bright sheen and kind of leads up towards the second floor and beyond of the palace itself. And it's this point here, as you reach it, where you see a number of other fallen droids, as well as a few more security force people. You also notice none of them alive, as far as you can tell. Shariza and Devlin both also notice kind of crouched low, hidden, currently not perceiving the group of you, as you are sticking to the shadows very well. You see what looks to be a security force officer, just kind of seemingly trying their best to keep an eye out from like a small kind of bit of cover that they're using.
I'll tap Rissa on the shoulder and then
Yeah.
and then tap Solara and just point where I see them, just to give her a look at this person. You know?
Should
Got an
we?
officer there.
Yeah. I
Are
mean,
they?
perhaps
Do they?
we shouldn't approach, but perhaps you should. Representative?
Do they look? They're like not like injured or anything. They're just kind of like ducking and covering.
Yes, that's exactly what they're doing. And as you get a close, as you like pointed out, and you see them, you see a younger human man. This kind of deep, kind of umber skin tone. This well trimmed, full beard on his face, and like small bits of. I'm not sure if it's like from just sparks from being in a battle, or if he's like actually been shot, but you do notice that some of his uniform is singed and damaged. And you, Zolora, as it's pointed out, immediately recognize the insignia of captain of the Royal Guard on his shirt.
Okay. I'll kind of stick my head out to where it'd be visible to him.
The second you make yourself known, you just see the gun gets turned and pointed towards you.
She doesn't flinch.
The eyes narrow.
Did you see someone here?
It's like
We just
a small bit of like a look of recognition, and he just puts the gun down, like waves you over.
sent it to Armadillo sent us. We just landed.
Do you all follow?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
The second Union whirls around that corner of the hallway, the man immediately opens fire on him.
yeah, that's why I said well.
I'll
Okay.
I'll saber reflect that if I can, or force reflect it.
Captain, please.
Can you do that for other people, or just yourself?
Well, I'm just trying to flavor it, trying to get my lightsaber in the way.
Yeah, well, you guys
Well, I
have
mean,
stealth
I'll put
past
my
like
body
so
in front of him
many
if you
battles.
want.
Let me just damage one of you, please. Just let me hurt
Go
one of you.
for it.
I'm just kidding. It doesn't.
You
hurt
Oh.
us.
I'm sorry, buddy.
Why is Lucky scared? Oh, because I had this character. Lucky shoots you.
Lucky, no!
No,
clicked-
Lucky!
Betrayal!
He was a traitor all along!
I clicked the wrong fucking character sheet. Okay, here we go. Fucking Lucky. I forgot his was the last one I pulled up. Please.
Please. What the fuck?
No, I'm pretty sure 10 misses, right?
And 10 doesn't make him close. I think I have the highest AC in the group.
Yeah, you are made of metal.
I am made of steel.
I would say as the shot goes out, Devlin's lightsaber ignites and just deflects it easily, without issue.
He's with us.
Captain, please.
You have a freaking B1 unit with you? What?
He's been recommissioned.
He's
No, your
yes.
enemy. What's going on?
The palace was
We're
attacked.
almost by whom? We were almost shut down.
As you say by who, he just like points at Union.
Well, doesn't history repeat?
Alright.
The queen is safe. She's in her safe room.
Alright.
I was waiting for her pilot to get here, but it seems that her private starport is also under siege, maybe? We're unsure. We haven't...
Have you tried getting communication off planet?
They jammed the systems or something. I looked at the communication room, but none of it makes sense to me. I don't know that stuff.
How long ago did this start?
$12 hours ago, maybe?
All right.
Would
Well,
that
we
be
were
like...
on the way here.
Yeah, how long did it take for us to fly here?
About 2 days.
2 days.
Okay. Alright.
So this might have nothing to do with the spice.
Possibly.
Mhm.
It all started... some of the ships that collect, the waste and stuff and take it to Rory and Lothomina and all the other junk places. It just dropped a heap of droids on us, just right in the middle of the courtyard.
Well.
Incredible.
Actually, it does have something to do with what we're here too.
All right.
We've got to get communications up. Can you assist us in getting the communications room? We might be able to help.
I haven't seen any more droids since we killed the last batch of them, but the communications room is opened. I don't know technology, so...
Alright, well, luckily he does, and I kind of gesture to Union.
Yeah.
I would hope so.
Just, please don't shoot him. He's very nice. Let's get him up.
Only if he shoots me first. Do I need to take it to the queen?
She's safe for now. Let's focus on getting an SOS out to Coruscant.
Do you have a pilot with you? She can't stay at the palace. The palace has been compromised. We need to get
We do. But our ship was can't be shut down.
Abandoned.
It's currently lost in the jungle.
It's about a 2-hour walk. So
Mm-hmm.
Well, we have...
Are there ships in the hangar?
Yes, always.
All right. We could get her out. Escort her back to Coruscant.
No, she's
Should
not going to go to Coruscant. Protocol says we get her to the retreat. The Chancellor's retreat. You know it well.
but what if the planet
do.
is compromised?
Is the whole planet... Have they invaded
I
the
don't-
entire planet of Naboo?
I don't know. I'm
We
just
don't
I
saying.
have
know.
no idea.
I'm
It's a
just saying.
possibility.
We'll
It
get her out
is.
of the city, and then we'll
I
find out.
That's fine.
doubt that they have taken the entire planet due to the fact they seem to have a security ring rather than infiltrating the streets. It seems they do not want people going out.
True. They've had
Makes
you all
sense.
trapped here.
We'll get
But
her out of
why?
the city at least.
Yes.
Yes. Wherever she would be safe, and then we have to figure out what's going on. This is very odd.
Agreed. Let me get you to the communications room. We can go from there.
Yes.
Thank you, Captain.
Of
So
course.
as we're walking, I'll safely go to Nate and Solara if she's in hearing distance. So we can safely assume that either maybe the Black Suns have something to do with this and smuggled some droids into the planet, or is that
Sounds
to the
possible.
presumption?
I mean,
It's a
all
presumption, but it
seems
sounds
to be-
possible. Yes.
I wouldn't run with it as fact, but I wouldn't ignore it either.
It's a theory. Yeah, let's just keep it in mind.
Hello there.
Did you say Black Suns? What?
Lead the way.
All right. Sure. He leads you down another hallway behind the staircase. That's kind of very obfuscated, like out of view. Like you would have to know it's there in order to kind of go down it. It's not hidden, but it's not directly in line of sight either. And leads you to a small kind of communications hub, like server room, droid maintenance, that kind of whole like niche kind of sector of the palace is here, kind of hidden away, and all of the technology is kind of kept bundled in several rooms in this wing. Whoever is proficient in technology can make a technology check as you enter the communication room.
Absolutely,
Me.
sir.
Not me.
Oh,
Who's
Itch.
Chuck is?
Oh, roll.
Wrong one. There it is. Well, 17 and an 11. Union, you see a strange device. It almost looks like it has this central plate on it that has a few lights kind of shooting in four directions, and then it has these almost like probe-like legs that kind of extend out and then point down, and it looks like it's been pressed into the main communications array, and it just every so often gives off all four of the lights that kind of shine in opposite directions. Every so often, almost on a tick, just kind of all shoot out, and then it kind of goes, blank, and then they shoot out again. It's very strange.
Interesting.
Yeah.
that is very strange. Oh, I didn't take that spell. Okay. He's gonna go over. He's not going to immediately try to touch it at all because this does not look like a typical jammer. Would it be possible without touching it to try and look this over and see? Well, first of all, where it's attached, and second of all, if this has some kind of use besides jamming.
Okay.
Or if it is doing that at all, I suppose. Basically, what this thing is doing currently.
Yeah, go ahead and make a technology check.
Technology? Okay, I didn't know if we'd be technology. That's. Does someone want to
The
give me a
same roll. You're
All
already adding
inspiration.
yours, right?
All inspiration. I can add my D4. I was asking if Jock wanted to add his aptitude. I forgot to get my aptitudes back.
Don't ask me to do anything
Yeah,
for
yeah,
someone else's character.
You're an NPC. Yeah, that's why I stopped. That's why I said never mind.
Yeah.
I could give you
last
guidance.
Week, I don't understand.
What is
You
it?
can't stack. You can't stack guidance.
You can't stack?
Nope.
No, I think Jock has like a class thing.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
that's the okay. Yeah,
It's
yeah.
a potent aptitude thing. It's fine.
Oh, that's all it is? Oh, okay. Well, that's good to know. Oh, that's right. He's an engineer, isn't he? I'm an idiot.
No,
He's a scholar.
it's a
No.
scholar.
Yeah, he's a scholar.
No, he's an engineer.
No, he's an engineer.
He's an engineer.
Yeah.
Hey, Tim, he never told them.
Well, I've been.
He's used potent aptitude.
Yeah, if they
Yeah,
win,
He has.
yeah, he
Oh,
has.
has he? Okay.
If they
Like-
win on, like every
Yeah,
time we
he-
win,
yeah.
yeah.
He's used potent aptitude before. It's the only reason.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
he did it to Nate. He injected you.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
You think I
Oh,
pay
he's the
attention?
medical engineer. Yeah, I totally. Yeah, I thought honestly, I thought there were other classes that had potent aptitude. I'm just dumb.
That's funny.
His alignment
It's
is
okay.
Chaos God, by the way. I'm not sure if that's a
I
typo or
love
if he.
you, Rick.
Chaos
I
God.
love
No,
him.
that's
No,
a
it's
typo.
Really?
not.
Did he write
It's not a
that?
typo.
That's
wrote
definitely
that.
unintentional. That's
His alignment is Chaos God.
Well- 25.
Rick, you're the best.
This is the man who said Spice Master out of nowhere.
Spice Master.
That's true.
Yep. Yep.
I'm the Spice Master. 25. Excellent. Oh, that coffee is cold, delicious.
Mm.
Yeah, I feel that.
25. Looking at this device over, the 25, you know it's definitely a jamming device. 100%. But more than that, it's a communication tether device. Basically what it does with the 25, from what you kind of guesstimate and ascertain, is that it jams local systems, but has a main hub that it also tethers to. So 2 points can still communicate, but general communication is completely blocked.
Interesting. Okay, then he'll say, after looking it over for a moment, he says,
This device seems to have outgoing data. I believe it is connected to another similar jammer in another location so that the two may communicate while blocking external communication.
Can
Yeah.
you
Precisely, that's what I was going to say.
see what their internal messages are?
yeah, I was actually about to ask if I could, if it would be possible to try and, if it would be possible to use this device to see, to get the, how do I explain this? To basically try and tap their device to see if they're speaking through it to like somewhere else, you know?
Like
Like, if I could
tracing.
try-
We're tracing.
Yeah, like
You-
root
Yep.
tracing it back.
You can certainly try.
Could I use tinkers to jerry rig? I don't know. Slicers, hack.
I'll give you guidance.
Arms tech tools. No.
Oh, you don't need guidance. You have your own guidance.
I
Never
got my
mind.
category boost.
I'm gonna say, I'm gonna say you
So
can use
useless.
Tinker's tools, with wisdom. I'm gonna say,
Wisdom, huh? Okay.
yeah.
27?
Wow.
What? Get
Okay.
out of here.
Sure,
Sure, why not?
sure. You get to the point where it connects to your own data pad or wrist pad, whatever you might have, and you don't currently see any incoming or outgoing data packets. There's no communication currently, but you do see that the other side of the connection is on Naboo. You don't have a direct coordinate, but
Yeah.
it's definitely on this planet.
Okay. Okay. Now, would it be possible to? I don't want to remove this thing right now because that might warn them about what's happening. Would it be possible to, now that I have the data of this thing and I have its frequencies, if it would be possible to make it so I can bypass the jammer, so I don't have to remove it, but try to get past it, so that I don't warn them that their jammer's down.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. Go ahead and make a slicer's kit check. This is with intelligence. Not that it matters.
Not that it matters. My
Yeah.
slicers isn't that good. I'm like.
It takes you a moment, but eventually you do manage to hone in on the signal of this strange disruption device, tether communication device, and actually kind of hone in on the communications hub itself. I would say without fully removing this thing, you probably have enough time to get like a single message out before it's blocked again.
Okay, then while he's doing it, then he will be speaking and saying,
To change the frequencies for both devices for a short period of time to bypass without letting them know their jammers are down. Get ready to send a message, representative.
Me.
Mm-hmm.
Shit.
Shit.
Also, I need you to make a technology check.
Will do boss.
This is an opposed roll, by the way.
I'm going to use DM's inspiration. Okay.
Okay, excellent. You continue. You finish what you're doing, and so Laura, what message do you send?
To all Republican-controlled space, this is Representative Zalara Ninri of Naboo. The capital has been overrun in the past 12 hours by separatists, and they're currently jamming communications. Please send aid.
There's a moment where there's just static on the other line, and then you just hear, "You have some pretty good hackers, slicers on your end.
Cool.
I'm surprised that you're able to get past our technology. Who did you say I'm talking with right now, currently? I'm curious."
Who is that? Does that voice sound familiar at all?
Yeah, I was like, who did? Who dat?
The guy from Rogue One. No, not Rogue One. The Last Jedi. Benicio del Toro.
Oh, it is. He's just here now.
He's just
Love
here
it.
now.
I have no
Kidding me.
idea because I haven't watched anything.
Yeah,
It's
do you
the
recognize that
it's
at all?
the Itachi from it's Mimir.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Mimir.
Yeah.
This fuck.
So he's doing this.
I hate him.
Ugh.
So he's with the Seppies. Got it.
Yeah.
This is Junior Representative Zalara Ninri. Who am I speaking with?
That is good. Now I know what to put on your headstone. As he says that, you immediately back away, pull your instruments away, as you see those lights on the device get quicker and quicker and quicker. You just hear boop 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 boop.
Everybody out!
No.
Everybody out! Everybody out!
Oh,
Everybody
no,
out!
we run.
Yeah.
As you guys,
I thought that might also be a bomb.
as you guys rush out, immediately you're expecting an explosion from within. Instead, you just hear this faint, like this almost hissing sound from above you.
Gas.
Oh?
As a missile hits where that device was and just explodes. I need all of you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Tim just loves
as you're running.
throwing bombs at us.
No,
Everybody,
legit.
if you're near me,
What?
Only
you get a
bombs.
+4.
Oh yeah, we get a +4. I
Yeah,
definitely
how
near
many
you.
of us are in the Devlin aura? Before we get
Oh,
lost?
I'm gonna
Only
roll
5 foot.
that because this is why
Hey,
we
mine-
have inspiration.
Mine is only 5 feet, so 2 of you probably.
Yeah.
Hey.
Wow, really? Really?
I'll take the hit.
Really?
No.
Holy fucking crap. This is why I don't deserve inspiration, Tim. Should never give it to me. I rolled 2 4s. This is stupid.
Friends do be like that.
Don't ever give me inspiration. I don't deserve it.
You have a massive
Shakira
modifier
over there.
though.
I do. I rolled a 4 twice.
Do you have the +4?
Yes, because
Oh,
I'm next to Devlin.
15.
Yeah, you're fine. Anyone roll above a 13?
No, but look at that.
Or Nate.
No, but
Is Nate the only one?
Nate failed.
I
Okay.
rolled a 13.
I will own it
Yeah,
because
it's 13 or
I
higher.
used an inspiration.
Or higher?
I
Okay.
used an inspiration. I didn't know. Can I get my inspiration back? Oh, I don't know.
Whether you know that result, yeah.
Yeah.
No, you can't. You cannot get your inspiration back. Stop it.
Okay. I do deserve it anyway.
Stop it, nerd.
I suck in
damn.
its smell.
Poor Nate. Shit.
I'm about to get fucked up, you guys.
I'm about to get fucked up.
Yeah, Nate, you take 17 points of fire damage as the explosion blasts you. As you're running, you get propelled past everyone else, and just fall as debris slams into your back, and you hit the ground and roll as small bits of debris kind of pelts the rest of you, but you luckily manage to duck and dodge out of the way of the, brunt of the explosion. No damage to anyone else. Only if you fail do you take damage. Also,
Or Nate.
yeah, the captain also fails, also taking 17 points of fire damage.
Ooh.
He's
captain.
like a real fucking rough after that, but it's alright. It'd be like that.
I'm gonna do lend aid on Nate. You get
Oh,
7
no.
back.
No, go. And he'll, point a very weak hand over at the captain.
Bitch,
No,
you're getting
that's-
it first. I'm curing wounds him.
That's
Fuck you.
alright.
You're getting the 7.
Give it to him. He needs it more than I do. I'm alright.
I don't need you Canadians arguing right now. I'm gonna give you the fucking.
I'm sorry.
You're Canadians arguing. That's just great.
Kind of
Incredible.
right, though, I'll be honest.
So yeah, I'll give the lend aid to Nate, and if Doc wants to help me, but guess not, I'll do
Oh, right.
I'll do a regular heal on the other guy. So he might get more than Nate, honestly.
I don't
but-
know what.
True.
How does he heal people? I know he gives like.
He has
Temp-
the
temp
Colto
HP.
whatever, but he can give
Yeah,
temp
the other guy
HP
gets
every
11.
round.
Does he do like?
Oh, yeah,
does he have
He'll do a cult attack. Easy.
Cultopex? Yeah.
Easy. Don't know who he's giving it to whoever needs it. There you go. I have 6.
Okay. I'll take it.
Nate, because we care about him the
Eleven.
most.
Wait, you mean you don't care about this random NPC?
We care, but if we had to
You
choose.
shouldn't. It's a random NPC. That's what I'm saying.
I care about all life. Fuck you guys.
Look, no, we care, but like
I care about
priorities.
having my
Listen,
force points.
You
when we
care
start
about
getting
your friends
attacked.
slightly more than the random person
The
on the
only
street.
captain,
Little.
the only captain I care about is Captain Tanaka, and he's not here.
No,
I only
Tanaka,
care about
right?
Captain Petrus.
Yes,
Same.
exactly.
We only care about
Petri dish.
Captain Nathaniel Petri Dish.
Petri
Petri
dish,
dish.
yeah. Thank
Yeah.
you, Doc.
Also,
Uh,
I care about
very
having
nice.
force points to help my party when they need it. So
Oh,
I feel
fair.
that. I just realized
Yeah,
a bunch of these
especially-
buildings on the palace are very phallic.
Yeah,
Oh, good.
A
Glad
very
you're catching
penis
up.
country.
glad you got that. Domes are phallic.
Do you like
That's-
this the
in
skinny
normal
penises?
history. In normal
Look at him.
Domes are
Look at
very-
him.
I hate this.
Domes are phallic, even in normal history.
Yeah.
You think
Alright.
The Byzantines had domes, and they were all just penises.
Alright, well, I gotta go finish moving out of my apartment.
Bye.
Incredible.
You're great.
Bye.
Dorothy.
I think I'm gonna go bathe my toaster. So
Yeah,
Incredible.
Give me 30 minutes. I'll talk about domes looking like dicks all day.
I love this.
You know
Never
what?
heard anything more on brand for Ivan, I swear to God.
Moving
Yep.
on. You all just hear the cat. Did you? You haven't even asked his name, have you? You just hear
Nope.
the captain, kind of like sitting there for a second, catching his breath. He just like puts a finger to his ear and just goes, "No, ma'am. It's all right. That was a missile or something. We're fine. Yep."
I think now we should go talk to her. Get her out of here. I can't believe every time, twice now with you guys, something has blown up around us.
Well, this is a
Seems like
little
we're
bit
bad
more.
luck with it.
Sorry, go ahead, Captain.
No, you're alright.
Oh, I was gonna say that this is a little bit more than chance. We know exactly what's going on here, at least.
Oh, do you? Well, please enlighten me.
It's a
I'll look at Nate and then at Zalara and say, "Well, not my place. Sorry."
Okay,
it's
then
the
pretend I
I
was speaking to
Suns.
someone whose place it is.
Alright,
I
it's the
don't-
Suns. They've been doing some stuff here on the boo. And they seem to have exploded us.
Yeah, they seem to have also smuggled in your droids.
The suns.
So, Black Suns.
Black suns in the mid rim, really?
Oh yeah, they're getting
More
bold.
likely than you think.
Black Suns on Coruscant, more likely. That's even crazier.
Sorry, Captain. I didn't mean any disrespect towards you. It's just that I'm not.
Sorry if I come across as cross. I just got blown up.
No. Come here.
No,
And I'll just.
no. It's quite all right. You can't do this thing on this planet without us knowing about it. That's our security measures were upgraded exponentially since the Trade Federation invaded. A Gungan can't
Well?
sneeze without us knowing about it. This is impossible.
So what you're saying is you knew about it.
Or someone did it and didn't tell you.
Because, I mean,
Touche.
it is happening.
Could you have a mole on the inside?
Well, wouldn't be the first time, I guess.
History does repeat. Naboo gets attacked by separatist forces again.
But they're not separatists. Why would a crime syndicate?
Ally themselves with the separatists. No idea.
Why would someone
Why
on
do
the
crime
blue ally
syndicates do-
themselves with?
They want profit. Separatists probably offered them a big chunk of change.
That's only if they win the war, though. Will they receive any benefit?
Well, let's say they win the war, they get new trade avenues here in the Mid-Rim where they never could get to before.
War is good for a lot of industry. Not unheard of
Indeed.
for
Always
profiteers.
profitable.
And now they've attacked the palace for take out the
We
last
don't-
the last regime, the last contingent of what Queen Amidala started with her, some might call radical politics.
Potentially.
Let me take you to
Regardless.
the Queen, especially you, representative. This is all making my head spin. It's way over my pay grade.
Understood. Thank you.
And he begins to lead you away from like the smoldering crater that is now collapsed in that used to be the communications hub, which is now completely destroyed, no longer jammed, just gone. And you guys are led deeper into the palace here on Naboo. down a hidden flight of stairs that is through a door that looks like it would be the corner of a wall, but it actually extends a little bit further, creating this hidden door. As that opens, after something is punched into the wall, like the keypad itself is inset and painted to look like some sort of crown molding or something. The door itself hisses open, and you guys are led down a well-carved set of stone stairs that faintly spiral and then come to a stop to another door that is then opened. And you are led into the safe room of the Queen of Naboo. That is lightly furnished, stocked with non-perishable food, in case of a siege or something. And you see, sitting at a table, communication device there on the table, hands just kind of in her lap. Half of the, kind of ceremonial makeup of meeting with other dignitaries kind of like wiped off, as there will clearly be no more meetings today. You see Queen Jamilia, the current Queen of Naboo, faintly resembles that of Padme and Zolara, that very kind of, beautiful but stern kind of face that they just kind of all hold. But also a look of just concern. As you say that, she slowly kind of stands up. Captain and Zolara, right?
Yes. We just touched down, almost shot down, rather. I'm glad to find you all right. We should get you off planet as quickly as possible. Or at least out of the city, so we find out what's going on.
Oh, yes. The palace has been compromised, as you no doubt have noticed, and, protocol calls that if we're unable to get off planet, which something tells me we might be unable to do that, that we should head to Chancellor's,
yes.
The Chancellor's retreat.
Yes, we can do that. You'll be safe there, at least. We've attempted to get word off planet. We're unsuccessful, so hopefully out of the city we might have better luck. Shall we? How many people are with her down here?
Currently just her.
Gosh. New batch of handmaidens ain't stepping up.
I have a question, Tim.
Yes.
B1s require a comlink communication to be able to function, correct?
Typically, yeah.
So the fact that they're able to act here means they might have something of a key to bypass the communication jams, doesn't it? Because otherwise they wouldn't be able to function.
Either that or they just can. Because
Fair
I didn't
enough,
think
okay.
about it.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Okay.
Or they could bring their own communication system as well.
Yeah, I mean,
Well,
You don't have to use the ones
like
here.
originally, like during the invasion of Naboo, communications were cut off, and the B1s still were being controlled from space. So like, it's just one of those things where it just gets narratively hand waved that they can just continue to communicate. Because George Lucas didn't think about it, therefore I didn't
Potholes
either.
and Star Wars.
Yeah.
Well, I'm like, I'm sure it's like
the
advanced
key,
enough that you can,
basically, but
like set off or block like certain frequencies and still allow other ones, you know?
Probably, but if they do have something like that, then it's, even if they've been destroyed, if that's still intact, then you can still use it. But me, the DM, didn't think about that caveat, although I should have, because Alcia's in my game. So
I'm sorry.
You
It's
should
on
have
the special
learned
Alcia
better,
page.
Yeah, you should have known that by now.
Yep.
Like,
I just won't bring it up
Literally?
again.
you're too,
Up
no,
her
you're
realm.
too good.
No, it makes
You're
sense.
a too good person.
Right,
You
man.
have to believe.
Listen,
It
in
makes
the Saturday
perfect
game-
logical sense. I am just dumb.
Arcia, you have your intelligence privileges removed. Clearly you can't be responsible with them.
Intelligence privilege.
No more int for you.
Give me.
It makes
This is why
perfect
I'm not-
sense. I am just a dumb boy.
No, that's fine. I was just thinking that I might accuse, like, so I might be able to, like, if we jump some, you know, be able to get their communication things and try and get communications out. But if you didn't think about it, I'm just not gonna bring it up, and we're good. We're gonna continue. We're gonna play a game of narrative story. GGZ.
this fucking guy.
Arcia's gonna be like, what are the trade networks of your homebrew world, Tim?
Yeah.
Tell me
No,
all the
he's
minor
literally-
details.
Hey,
Look,
Rat,
there ain't no plot holes in my fucking homebrew.
rat behavior. Don't say that. He's gonna take it as a challenge.
Challenge.
Right.
Yes.
I'm not
Yes.
playing
I
the
hope
imp
he
guy. I
does.
don't
I
gotta.
hope he does. Bring it on, bitch.
You know?
I'm not the int guy. I don't gotta think about it.
I'm
You
not
guys
the
have to
int
step
guy.
up.
You're always the
Uh,
int guy by virtue of breathing.
Virtue of breathing.
She's
I've
spitting.
I think that
got
was a compliment. Oh my god, from
No,
Hazel?
I hate you,
Oh.
rat.
I've
Oh.
got a skedaddle.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Have a good skedaddle.
I'm
Oh,
sorry.
right now?
That's okay. Yes.
Unless we're nearing the end. Like,
Okay, yeah, no, we can end right there. That was perfectly
I don't
set
know.
up
I'm sorry.
to be an end to the session. That's totally fine.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
we will pick up from that point as you guys begin a conversation with the queen and I guess helping her evacuate. We'll do that next session.
oh my. I didn't mean to end the whole thing for everybody.
No,
Fine.
that was a perfect end point, honestly.
Okay.
Honestly, I thought we would have ended when we found her. That was
Good point.
what I thought we were gonna. Yeah. So it's good.
I thought about it, but I was like, hey, let's keep going. But no, this is a good spot to end.
Sit up and see if I feel bad.
Goodbye, internet.
Sorry.
Bye,
Goodbye.